Hey guys, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Hope everybody had a great day today. I had a great day. Glad that you guys are back with me again. Some of you for the first time. It is Saturday. It is a rest day, a chill day, an okay day. And I hope you guys had a great day, or you're about to have a great day. So wherever you are, good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are across the world, hello and welcome. Glad you guys are here with us. All right, let's get our roll call. Tiny, how you doing? All right, you're gonna be washing the bath. Okay, Tiny. Plotter, hello, welcome. Michelle, hello. Mary, hello. And Mary, I did send that over to Cassandra, so she does have it now. So I just wanted to let you know. And she said, thank you so much. And I'm sure she'll be in here to thank you herself whenever she comes in. I told her it was from you, Mary. So thank you so much for that. Carrie, hello, welcome. Birgit, hello. Tahir, bye. Listen, okay? I was on time. I was in here and then my internet went out and then I had to go all the way back out and come all the way back in, and now I'm 5 minutes late. I was on time. I promise I was here. And my internet just decided, don't want to do it. So, okay. Jamie, hello, Jamie, hello. Golden Aura, hello, welcome. Let's see, Angela, hello. TT Tractor, hello. Yes, hello. Welcome. Everyone come on in. Sammy Sam, hello, welcome, Sammy Sam. Everyone come on in, scooch over, make some room for everyone. Old and new friends, we welcome you guys to come in and hang out with us, of course. So we do have some videos, and I do have my food. Those of you who have been with me almost all day today, I do have my food. I did not eat yet, but it's sitting right here, so nobody can do anything to it. So we are doing well so far in terms of being able to eat something by the end of this live, hopefully. I got my cough drops. I got my water. I got my tea. Still got a little bit warmth left. Let me drink this. Yes. All right. Let's see who else. Bonnie. Hello, Bonnie. Welcome. Welcome so much. Glad you are here, Bonnie. Let's see. Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Welcome. Steph Murphy's on his way. Okay. Thank you, Platter. Thank you. Appreciate that information. We are just doing Mike's side tonight. Are we? I don't know. My side should be going. Should be. I don't know. I mean, either side you want to be on is fine. I think my side is going. Is anybody on my side? Guys? Anybody? Give a shout out if you're on the other side. It's not. Mike's side is going. My side is not going. That's interesting. I don't know what's going on with it. I will have to look at that. That's weird. Tahir, do you know what's going on with that? Did we take down my side? Jamie, we doing both. Maybe you didn't got the notification from Steph this time. Okay. Tahir can check that for you guys. I'm not sure what's going on. I didn't see it either, Jamie. Okay. I don't know, Plotter's on my side. Okay, Plotter's on my side. Thank you, Plotter. Both sides are going. Thank you. That's all I need to know. Both sides are going. That's great. You guys can stay on any side you want. Please make sure you like on both sides, because we're all family here and we like to make sure that everyone is supported. So wherever you feel comfy and cozy, that's fine. There's no problems. I just wanted to make sure that my side was going, because I was like, oh, what happened? It could be that YouTube my notifications aren't working anymore. Sometimes that happens, and you got to keep your eye on it. All right, Miss Gothi, how are you? Welcome. So, Farida, hello. Welcome. Angela's on my side. Okay, so yeah, my side is working. This is Steph's side. Yes, Tahir is on my side. So my side is up. Guys. No worries. I wasn't, nothing nefarious happened as far as we know. Debbie, what's going on? Hello. Welcome, Debbie, and your two cats. Barbara, hello. How are you? Oh, I didn't turn my phone off clearly. Who's this? Oh, that's the hubby. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me take this. Hello? Sorry, guys, about that. He was supposed to pick up food, but I was out and I decided to pick up food. So I told him that he didn't have to go pick up food after work. And I think he thinks I was kidding. So I said, I got the food. He's like, so I don't have to go after work? I was like, yes, you don't have to go after work. He's like, so I can come straight home? Yes, you can come straight home. So, oh my goodness. But yes, I got the food. It's sitting next to me. I haven't eaten yet, but the food is here and no one can do anything to it. Okay. And I picked up some shrimp too, but the shrimp wasn't really warm. So I'll warm up the shrimp probably tomorrow and I'll eat that tomorrow. Happens. Yes. It happens. Sometimes it happens. Can you drop Steph's side link? Yes, if anyone's in Mike's side, if you want to drop my side, you know what I mean. If you're in Mike's side, drop Steph's side link. If you're in Steph's link, drop Mike's side link so you guys can all day. I love it. Okay, I love it. It's the same, just whatever side you feel comfortable on is fine. I got a notification. Just double check them, guys, from time to time. That's all. Yes. Let's see, Jamie. Okay, now I'm on the right side. I'm a mod on this side. Yes, Jamie. Jamie wants to be on her job. Okay, I stopped getting over from Steph and Maggie. Really, Barbara J? That's interesting. That is very interesting. That's weird. Hello. Yes. Summer, hello. How are you? Come in. Get nice and cozy. But I get notifications from trolls channels. I've never been. Yeah, I do get that comes up. People's channels that I'm not subscribed to, I've never been on. I'm getting those as suggestions. And I'm like, yeah, why? It's kind of weird. I made baked chicken and rice, green beans, and asparagus. That sounds good, Renee. That sounds good. Yummy, Renee. Yes. Welcome, Summer. To hear good, enjoying 3-day weekend. It's family day weekend in Canada. How are you? It's President's Day on Monday. So are the kids out of school in the United States? I thought that President's Day was a day out of school. But am I tripping now? Is it not a day out of school anymore? Somebody tell me, because I don't have kids in school anymore. Somebody tell me, because it's weird. Very, very weird. Because I thought Monday people would be off, or at least the children would be off. Let's see, where are we? Yes, I think I got everybody. Did I get everyone? If I didn't shout you, Bailey. I told you it's gonna be Bailey, but Bailey, hello, welcome. Come in. I don't know how homeschool. Yeah. Once I started homeschool and I started losing track, or have my own private school, I started losing track because we didn't do every holiday that everybody else does. So, And homeschooling is not a bad way to go when you can do it. Where I live, the kids are off. Okay, so yep, so it is a national holiday. The banks will be closed Monday. That means, okay, banks will be closed. It's good to know. Yes, mine is off at school, and so is hubby. Oh, so you're going to have a full house, Wendy. Oh, how nice. It's always nice to have everybody together, isn't it, Wendy? Mine have the whole week off. Yeah, so they have a winter break maybe or something like that. Is that what they call winter break? Or is it? It's not spring break yet. It can't be spring break. It's got to be winter break, right? Something like that. I think that's what we used to have in Jersey, like a winter break. I have work CPR first aid training at my work. I remember doing that, CPR first aid training. Depending on what type of certification you get to get either every year, every 3 years. And it really rarely changes. It's like, but in order for them to stamp that certification, winter break. Okay, winter break. Yeah, roll eyes. You rolling your eyes. Oh my goodness. I want to homeschool my daughter, but don't really know how to go about it, honestly. Well, Summer, if you are in the US, homeschooling is so easy at this point. The first thing you need to do is check with your state and what they require for homeschooling. Usually, like in North Carolina, they have a Department of Non-Public Education. And so that's where you go to register your homeschool and to, let them know that you have the intent to homeschool your child. And then you get to pick the curriculum that you want to have them on. Now, I know I had a friend that lives in Georgia, and I know also in Florida, you can homeschool your child, but you can have they can still participate in online school, but they don't have to go to school. And so the Board of Education provides the education, so you don't have to think of a curriculum. You can do it that way. You can have textbooks. I did textbooks for a couple of years where I just got certain textbooks and, English, math, science, whatever grade my child was in, and we worked in textbooks. There is a site that I used back in when before, because I actually had a homeschool. I turned into a private school. And so I had my own curriculum that I picked out that I received directly from the company. But where I started, there was a site called Time for Learning. And it's TIME, the number 4 learning. And that is an online school where you can pick the curriculum, what you want your child to learn. It wasn't very expensive at the time. And, you can have that as well and use that as well as your homeschooling. So the thing about homeschooling is gives parents the option the freedom to educate their children in whatever way they feel like they want to, need to, or the child best learns. So, but you just check with your state, because sometimes states have different rules for, homeschooling. Like, you probably have to have a high school diploma or GED in order to register your homeschool, things like that. But then some states maybe not. So you just check with your state and see what they say, and they will let you know what steps to take. Also with homeschool, for North Carolina, they had to take a nationally standardized test. So my children took the CAT test because that's what I took when I was in New Jersey. So I was very familiar with the CAT test. But every year they had to have a nationally standardized test that was on record. So if they came and asked for their test scores or anything like that, you have to have that. You also have to have an attendance record and make sure that your child is in attendance for school for whatever amount of days that your state requires them to be in school for. So actually learning. So yes, I definitely homeschooled. I had my own private school, had my own curriculum, used others' curriculum. I definitely like the freedom of teaching my child what I feel like is necessary. So, it works. Going to Mike's side. Anyone coming with me? Tahir's going back to Mike's side. Okay, Tahir. It's just February vacation where I'm at. Okay, Shay. Okay, cool. Tahir, who's guarding that side. Yes, yes. Everyone needs to have. Oh, there's my brother.
Hello,
Aside.
sister. How
Hey,
are you
brother.
doing?
How you doing? Hey,
Sorry,
everyone. There's
I was just, yeah, no, I was just at the shop. So,
okay.
at the supermarket. So, yeah, I've just got back. So, how are you doing, my sis? Your hair is still looking beautiful as always.
Thank you so much. I am doing all right. I'm doing all right. I made it back on time, but of course my internet went down, so I was still 5 minutes late. But I have my food right next to me, and at some point I'm going to be able to eat it. Probably while we watch a video or something, I'll be able to eat a little bit.
Well, you
But
know that I'm going to get the sandals out if you don't eat. I'm going to get the sandals out.
yes, yes, yes. I know. I'm ready to eat. I have my sandwich. I got a sandwich today. I kept my sandwich close because I don't want any mishaps. And only stuff like that could happen in my realm. If you understood, like you'd be like, "What?" I talked to a friend of mine the other day. She called to check in because I have this thing where I go ghost, and they know that it's not personal. It's just like I have to go pull Stephanie out of whatever hole she's in because I go down the hole and I'm just doing whatever and I forget. So they pull me out and they say, "What are you doing, Stephanie?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." And so I told her everything that I was doing or whatever the case. And I told her everything that was going on, with the YouTube. And she was like, "That is crazy." And I was like, "But is it really? Because we are talking about me." And she's like, "Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay." So people that know me know that it is going to be the most ridiculous, out of control, like why in the world type of thing that's going to happen. And it's just like, it's almost unbelievable until you see it. Like nobody would have believed yesterday I had 5.5 hours and then got home and I only had three shrimp and like 5 bites of like rasta pasta. Nobody would have believed that. Nobody would have believed, and that's all I had in 5.5 hours. Like nobody would have believed that. But it's all good. Makes for
I,
interesting.
on that, right? So I was watching a program earlier on today, and so there's a story about, so there's a famous comedian over here called Judy Love,
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
she so she went to Jamaica, and she likes, one of her favorite foods is so in Jamaica they call it so she calls it over here we'll call it shrimp, but like shrimp curry, but
Uh-huh.
she calls it prawn,
Oh,
right?
prawn. Okay.
Right. So she went over to Jamaica, and they were sat in this restaurant, and they showed this picture of of this thing, right? And she said, can I have a prawn curry? Can I have a prawn curry? And the chef kept coming back to the table, like, the way she describes it is sweating, going, are you sure you want prawn? You want prawn? And she's like, well, yeah, yeah, I've told you like 17 times now. Yes, prawn curry. And prawn, right? So this curry comes out, and they've made it with prunes, not prawns.
What? Oh,
So
oh
you've
my
got these
god.
massive prunes, right?
The
And then
fact
the
that they
next
had
photo, that,
prunes was like,
yeah. So they've made this curry with prunes, and just out of sheer, her being respectful, was that she actually ate some of it. And the next photo that you see is Imodium, which is for diarrhea.
yeah, because prunes are the old school Imodium. Let me tell you, they'll get you
Yeah,
going real quick.
exactly.
Ugh, prunes are nasty. I don't like
Sorry, it's just
prunes.
because you were talking about food, and I just saw that earlier on. So
Yes, that is so funny. But yeah, we were talking about that today. We on my live, the 9:30 one. We were talking about language and all this other stuff. And clearly, I'm an ignorant American, so I didn't realize that Pakistani wasn't a language.
no, it's
So
not.
somebody finally told me, and I'm
It's
like,
normal Hindi.
well, Urdu is actually the language, and
Yeah,
by
you've got Hindi, Urdu. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and Punjabi. Now, if somebody would have said Punjabi, I would have been like, okay, yeah, I got it. But I've never heard of Urdu. So that's interesting. But, for me, it was Pakistani. And I told them, I said, I'm an ignorant American. I'm not, saying that, I'm telling you that I don't know, because in my mind, England, they speak English. Spain, they speak Spanish. France, they speak French. Italy, they speak Italian. Japan, they speak Japanese. So in Pakistan, it was Pakistani. I don't know. So yeah, so we had a whole thing about, languages and accents and stuff. I said, now understand something. I am always going to say something with a black girl New Jersey accent. Like, even if I get it right, it's going to come out with the accent of a black girl from New Jersey, because I was saying something, I think maybe it was by, and he was like, now say it with an Indian accent. I was like, listen, I could try the Indian accent. It's probably not gonna be good, but I'm still gonna sound like a black girl from Jersey trying to say an Indian accent. It's like, it's just not gonna go.
Well, put it this way: if for those that haven't seen me and Steph trying to do each other's accents, there is a video where you can
Yes,
see us taunting
yes,
each other, and Steph does not sound English. Let's put it that way,
no,
and I
no.
don't sound American either.
Right. And it's harder than it sounds, right? It feels like you got it. It feels like you can, but it's harder than it looks. And that's just an example. And we love, thank you, Golden. We love the fact that everybody has different languages and accents and different cultures. And we should celebrate that. Everybody's different culture and language, and how they pronounce things and words. It should be celebrated. It's a great thing. And so I nerded out this morning, and I told them, I said, I am definitely a nerd. If you have not figured it out, I'm a super nerd. I used to have an encyclopedia when I was a kid. I used to like to look at the geography, so the countries and the flags. That's why some countries that are not countries anymore, it's weird to me, because it's like, well, you were a country when I was a kid. How did you just not have a country? As like when they said Pluto wasn't a planet. I'm like, oh, time the hell out. Pluto has always been a planet. I don't know when you decided you was going to throw Pluto out of the family, but we didn't vote on this. This is not the way it goes. And the last straw was when they did the please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, right? The parentheses, exclamation, exponents. How you do the math problem, and it's supposed to be in that order. Now they changed it. You just do whatever comes first. Oh, no, we're not about
No,
to
no,
change
no,
it.
no, 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 no.
Like, no, we're
This
not
is
going to
this
do
this is how science works, though. But what you're saying is 100% correct. And by the way, hey Cassandra's in the house,
Hey,
and
Cassandra.
Golden, hey Golden, and everybody else that said hi. Thank you very much. But this is why the whole and it's not just America. Trust me when I say this. It's not just America. The whole system, because America's and we've said this before, but America's education system is based on the English education system, which is Victorian, to
Right.
get people going to work in the mills and in the coal farms and stuff like that. So it all needs revamping. It all needs totally revamping.
Right. Like, I can't play this game anymore. Like, you can't teach me
Nope.
something as a kid and then tell me as an adult it doesn't exist. Like, no. I'm not tripping. That's like gaslighting on a major level. Like, Pluto was there when I was a kid. That's all I know. I don't know what you want to go. I don't know what you want to do with Pluto, but that dude, he was up there. He was tiny. He was
Well, no,
far, but he was there.
yeah, but
Okay.
Pluto now is just a Disney character. Do you
Right.
know what I mean? It's like
Right, the Gulf of America, exactly. Like, if you want to, like, at this time, it's just like, it's still going to be the Gulf of Mexico. You can say Gulf of America all you want, but I'm still going to default. Like, I have default settings. My default setting is Gulf of Mexico. That's it.
yep,
I
yep.
mean,
Gulf of America. I mean, what
it's
nonsense is
petty.
that?
It's petty at its finest, but it's funny because it's petty. But it's still, I'm going to default. Like, that's, I default to whatever it is, that's it. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Like,
Yep,
you're not going to
absolutely.
confuse me. We're not going to play these games with my mind. So, yes.
We can go and research shit, but don't just put things out there. Don't just put things out there like, oh, so now this has changed. Right.
Right.
Okay. So
Like,
why did we spend so over here when I was at school, 16 years in school, why did we spend 16 years in school learning things that now you're telling us aren't true?
right. Lies, just the lies. And
Yep.
it's like daylight savings. Are we doing it or are we not? What are we doing? Are we doing it or not? Because I didn't even know that Arizona doesn't do daylight savings or something. They're only 2 hours, but like it's some weird, like why did they get the vote on it and everybody else was good? Like why did everybody else say we're doing it? Arizona's like, nah, we don't need that. Nah, we're good. Like,
the fact is that daylight saving hours come from farming.
right.
That's why they were introduced, right? And even the farmers are asking for daylight saving to stop.
My thing was like it used to be the same time. I thought, I don't know, as a kid, maybe, I don't know. I feel like it used to be the same day every single year. Then all of a sudden we started moving it around, and I said, oh, so we don't need to do it here? Like I thought it was supposed to be like on, May 15th, whatever day, and October 7th. Oh no, it could be October. Oh, it could be May 26th. Like what? So I don't like it. Some stuff is just like, pick a side. And what are you gonna do? Okay, because I'm confused and I don't know. And all of a sudden, like I went a whole day and did not realize that it was daylight savings. A whole day. I didn't find out till I got to work the next
And
morning.
did you get to work late or early?
I was early. But I
And
was very irritated because I had no idea it had come and went. And I was like, well, didn't nobody tell me nothing? And if you have a cell phone, your cell phone just automatically changes, right? So your cell phone doesn't tell you. You're just on the right time, right? But like my microwave time is off, my car time is off, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Right? Like,
see, at least here it's on the same days every single year. It's always on the same day. Yeah,
That's
because
what I thought.
it's all about solstice. So it's about the summer and winter solstice. Yeah.
When I think it was Bush, when he said, oh, we're going to push back daylight savings or we're going to make it early. Something happened, one of the Bushes. And he was like, we're going to push it back or we're going to make it early. I was like, you can do that? Like, what? I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know you could change the sun and the moon. What?
Right.
What are you talking about?
Oh, okay, well, something's not, like it's just, So yes, I am very, I default back to my original settings because I can't deal in this whatever realm that they're dealing. I was like, oh, okay, this makes no sense. Default. We're going back to this. Yeah, it's no sense. I tell my kids, don't ask me to teach you math because the way they do it is not right, and we not gonna get the same answer. I'm gonna get the default setting answer. You're gonna get this other stuff, and now everybody's wrong. We're all dumb together. How about that? Don't nobody have the right answer now. Thank you, world. Okay, none of us have.
If you can put 2 and 2 together and equals 4, then you're doing fine.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. That's as far as we're gonna go with it, right?
Yeah,
that's as far as we're gonna go. Because when we start adding in X's and A's and B's, and we don't know what's going in parentheses. Like, why is this in parentheses anyway? Like, why is it in parentheses? Why do we need you in parentheses? Like, what is even the point of being in parentheses or exponents if now you just do whatever comes first? Like, it makes no sense. Okay, it just makes no sense. The whole point of parentheses and all this other stuff and exponents was because you're supposed to do this and then you do this. But now you do this. Why do we even need the parentheses?
Even though it's like it's in the middle of an equation or towards the end, and yet you've still got to put it first. It's
right.
Like, what are you talking about? And Mina's in the chat. Hey, Mina, we love you.
Hey, Mina, yeah, like it doesn't make any sense. If we're gonna do it in order from left to right or whatever the heck, we don't need to have parentheses anymore.
Yep.
We don't need parentheses. What do we need the parentheses for? The parentheses were supposed to tell you that you do it before this, right?
Yep.
That was supposed to be first. Now, what do we do in parentheses just for decoration? It's just there.
It's like putting baubles on a Christmas tree, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like
Right. It's like a fireplace in my house. It's there for decoration, but that bad boy is not going on, honey. I can tell you that right now. It ain't never going on. It's pretty, isn't it? It's very pretty. Yes, I have a nice fireplace. It's pretty. It will never come on. It will never come on. It's just there for show. Just because I say I had a fireplace, you know. Thank you, Mina. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, so you know, I default, you know, when it gets too much, I'm like, oh, okay, this is not working. Not for me. Going back here. Yeah,
yeah.
I'll see y'all later. That's it. It's so confusing. Makes zero sense. Just dumbing your exactly confusing the hell out of these kids, and then we wondering why they don't know nothing because we don't know nothing. We don't even know the stuff y'all taught us was something like it was.
Everything you taught us in school turns out to be a lie. So
it's a
it's
damn
like,
lie. Exactly. Like good grief. And our parents didn't give a damn. And they knew it. Like that's the worst part about it is that our parents' generation actually knew they were lying to us and didn't care. They were like, when I went to, I think like one of my uncles, I was like, did you know that, you know, he was like, oh yeah, everybody knew that. Well, why the hell you let them teach us something different? What?
Yeah, I knew that.
You let us go to school and take tests on this stuff just to what? I was like, you know what, see?
Oh, it's just so Debbie's saying I loved algebra. I was in the math club, but now they do it different. Exactly, and that's what we're laughing about. It's like, how can you all of a sudden change it? So you've now got adults looking after children that were taught something that now is totally different, but expecting you to help them with their homework, and it's like, how what are we meant to do? Because you've changed the whole parentheses thing. You've changed everything.
Right. So now it's best to homeschool your child, right? And tell them you better have a calculator because this crap that they're about to give you, everybody needs a calculator. Because otherwise, we're getting 5 different answers, and I will argue you to the death if the answer is right because I know I did it right. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, I got so I failed all of my subjects at school, and then went back and retook them just to give 2 fingers up to the teachers because I hated school, and I got a B in maths. So I'm you know I'm quite good when it comes to maths, but now I'm thinking I probably should have got an F because everything that I was taught and everything that I did in my exams is like no longer exists, and it's just like, what are you talking about?
What was the point? Like, let me hand back this diploma because clearly it was for nothing. This is toilet paper now. Like, I wipe my butt with this because nothing I learned was worth anything. Common Core math, exactly, Jamie. Common Core math. Let me tell you, when Common Core math came out, I was like, the Common Core period is ridiculous. And this is when, you know, I was homeschooling around this, and it's a concept around why is 2 + 2 4. I don't give a damn. 2 + 2 is 4. I don't care why. And understanding the why. I'm like, no. We're not going to have a meeting with these numbers to ask them why. 2 + 2 is 4, right? That's it? Okay, I don't care. That's what you said it was. That's what it's going to be. It's because you said so. We don't need to understand why 2 + 2 is 4 and go into all this BS about what. No. Once again, and then kids, like I had children that, you know, they're, you know, math geniuses. They don't have to show work. They just know it. And then the teachers are upset because they're like, oh, well, you didn't show your work. Who the hell cares? They can do it. I don't want to see work if you can do it. Why am I making busy work for these kids? If you can get the math problems like this and you're a math genius, I don't care about your work. That's right. Thank you. And really just trying to make a bunch of square pegs. That's it.
Yep. Absolutely. Putting square pegs in round holes. It doesn't work. That's what they're trying to do.
It does not. It does not. And, unfortunately, that's why homeschooling is so important, because now you get to teach your child the right way, or at least the default way. And then hopefully they'll have a calculator, because can't nobody do no math problems no more. Can't nobody do no math problems. We all going to be arguing about it because it's not the same way. Like, I got into it with my kids when they first. No, that is not right. I know for a fact. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That's what they used to say in order for us to remember
Please
it. I
excuse
know
my
for
dear
a
Aunt
fact.
Sally.
Yes. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. That's what it stood for. Please
Yeah,
excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
parentheses was always first.
Yes.
Parentheses was always first.
Yep.
And there's
That's
a
how we
reason
grew
for
up.
that, because if it's in the middle of an equation, how can you expect to, unless you're reading a different language, how can you expect to do that equation first before you then do the rest of the equation? It's just
It makes
confusing.
no sense.
At all. At all.
Mm-mm.
Full
Mm-mm.
stop.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense. So, yep. I remember that, and you are not about to tell me that if you have a parentheses that you're going to get you're going to do multiplication first, because that makes no sense. Why the hell do we have parentheses if you're going to do multiplication first?
Yeah, just say 2 times 2. You don't even need fucking parentheses. Sorry, I swore then. But you don't even need parentheses. Just say 2 times 2 equals,
Right,
and then continue the equation. What is parentheses all about? It shouldn't even exist.
right, exactly. Like, either we're doing it or we're not, but we're not about to play around in here. That's all I know. Y'all playing around, and we ain't got no time for this. And we ain't got no time for this. Uh,
Yeah,
past me,
bodmas. Bodmas. Yeah, Tahir's saying bodmas. So that's what we call it. We call it bodmas.
Bud Mass,
Yeah.
Padmas. That's how y'all say
No,
it.
no, bodmas, we call it.
Bud Mass.
Yep. Go and look it up.
Wow.
I'll send it to you. Don't worry. We'll speak about it behind the
Okay.
scenes. But
Bud Mass.
it's called
Okay.
bodmas.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. See, and that's the thing. Steph, you're my fave. You love you always. Love you too, Mina. I know you're sad that Mike is gonna be leaving soon. You gotta give him extra hugs so you can take it with him. You could really cling to him now. Oh,
Yeah, Mina, the
yes,
next time you see Mike, you're going to be seeing me and Steph as well. So
yes, Common Core Insane Asylum. It is. It'll drive you nuts. It'll drive you nuts. And in the program that I had, we were homework mandatory, so we did homework with kids. So I had to have, like, my junior counselors or my younger counselors. I had to have them help the kids with their math, because I don't want to tell you that it's wrong, because I do it. I learn differently. So I had to have one of the kids, the teenagers and stuff that were still in school, high schoolers, to be able to help the kids with their math, because I'm like, yeah, I'm not about to, because I don't believe in all of that. Like, I don't believe, like, I believe if you know the answer, put down the answer. I don't care about you showing your work. I don't, I like, they have all this other stuff. Like, I used to, we used to carry the one, regroup, and all that other stuff. That's what I grew up with. So, they do it different. So I had to have the teenagers do it, because I couldn't, and guarantee that you were going to come out. You're going to come out with the right answer, but not the answer they was looking for. So they can take that whatever way they want. I agree, Golden. Hubby and I have older kids from previous marriage, and we have one together, 13 years old. Told him, you deal with homework, because I was lucky enough with my older kids. The crap now, wow, yeah, the stuff they coming out with now, oh my goodness. Summer for my country grades did not matter for college applications. We had tests, which I somehow 78%, but everyone around me had basically 90, 100%. I thrived in languages and biology. Hey, everybody has a different strength, so it's okay. Like, math wasn't really my thing until you started talking about my money. And once you start talking about my money, then it was like, I understood that. So when I first got my first house and I had my first mortgage, I learned a lot. Um, about that, about like mortgages and percentages and APRs, and how it changes the money I gotta pay you. And that's when I started learning a lot more, and it started making sense when I had my business and started with the money and stuff like that. But other than that, like math was not even real as a concept for me, but then when I started like balancing checks and doing the what is it, at the end of the month, we do the month end and go through all the receipts and make sure that the books are balanced and stuff like that, then it started to click for me. So sometimes that's what it does.
Yeah.
Badness and badness. So yeah, sometimes it is. And I wasn't even good at math when I was in school. Probably why I broke. I'm broke. Lord, I'm gonna now with my boy. I mean, I wasn't. I was. I can't say I wasn't good, because I was pretty much. It's pretty much a straight A student, A B student. So I can't say I wasn't good at it. It just wasn't something that I was very interested in. I didn't really put a lot of effort into it. I was more interested in history. Um, and maybe English, so maybe like writing and stuff, but more history, like the past and stuff like that. That was really where I was more interested in, like geography. I was into that, and we didn't do geography in school, so that's why my Encyclopedia Britannica, I would go through and look at all the different flags and all the different countries, and you know, just be a nerd. My boss got mad with me when I told him he had 9 fingers. I bet him $200, and I told him to count from 0. He counted and got mad and paid me with a heavy heart. you up there, you up there getting over on your boss. Oh my goodness! Now they want drawings and right. I can give them answers, but I can't figure out that other stuff. They want. I tell my kids I can teach them the right way, not the other mess they're doing. Exactly. That's it. I can teach you the right way. I can't teach you this other nonsense. Definitely. But yeah, I'm still terrible when it comes to math. More right brain than left, I guess, because I excelled in English mostly. Yeah, I can't say I wasn't good at school. I really was. I really did. It was very easy. A lot like my youngest daughter. It was very easy. Didn't really have to try very hard. Um, so, but really just didn't like school. I didn't like
No,
school. It wasn't bad. I just didn't like it. I just didn't like
no,
being there. I'm a
no,
kinetic learner, so do what you want me to do and let me use it in real time. If it was conceptual, I don't really want to be bothered with it. So, and that school was a lot of conceptual stuff that you might not use in real life. Like if you taught me about mortgages and check books and balancing and stuff like that, I probably would have been very interested in that. But I just, yeah,
yeah, no,
henceforth
no.
the
Same here.
early.
I absolutely, as I've already said, I didn't enjoy school at all. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't enjoy school at all, and I was kind of like somebody's going to clip this when I'm going to say it, but I don't care. I was a class clown. Do you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So so because I was so bored
Mm-hmm.
that I just ended up doing stuff just because I was like sat there listening to people trying to tell me stuff that I already knew, and it was just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's 5 days a week doing the same stuff all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that was my absolute
Yeah.
feeling about school.
Yeah. Yeah. I always wanted to go home sick. I didn't feel good. I think when I was really little, my mom used to say they called her all the time. I would be in the nurse's office all the time saying I was sick. I didn't want to be there. If I would have known about homeschool, I probably would have been way more interested, because then I could learn about other things that I wanted to learn about. I mean, I graduated a whole year early because I didn't want to be in school. Like, and it wasn't hard. I still graduated 3.8 GPA, and out of 4.0, 3.8 is pretty good, you know.
Yep. Yeah, of
So
course it is.
it's like, and that was a year early. That wasn't, I didn't I didn't stay in the whole time. So I graduated a year early at a 3.8. So it's like, you know, I was like, I just didn't want, like, the class that I didn't do well in was a class I really wasn't trying. I just really didn't.
Yeah,
I just
because you
I
weren't
like
interested, and this is the problem. This is the problem. The whole problem with the schooling system is in the UK and America, by the sounds of it, is the fact that kids are being forced to do these things that they don't care about. They have no interest in. Do you know what I mean? Whereas they should be allowed to choose what they're interested in and then go that route. Because
Yep.
that's what's going to make, if they're talking about a right, so when these kids eventually become adults, what are they looking for? They're looking for a workforce. So they're looking for people to be working, getting paid, paying taxes, all of this kind of stuff. If somebody has gone through a whole lifetime at that point of education and they haven't come out learning about what they're interested in, you're going to get less taxes. It just makes no sense, does it?
Yeah, no. And the thing is, it's like, if I, like, I'm telling you, if I wish I could have been homeschooled. I wish because I would have been in everything. I would have learned. I think I would have learned so much more. I would even taught myself probably, like, honestly, because I did like to learn, but I like to learn about the things that I want to learn about. And, I'm, like I said, I like to do things. I like to do it in order to learn it as well. But the whole school, the sitting all day in school, like, I loved summer school. Like, I went to summer school for 2 years by choice, because that was the reason. That's the way I was able to graduate early, because I had to take classes, and I had to take them at summer school. So when everybody else went to summer school because they got left back or whatever, I was in summer school because I just wanted to take the extra classes. And I love summer school. Like, I love the whole concept of summer school. We were there from 8 to 12, so it was only 4 hours, and we got the work done. We got it in, we got it out. Wasn't no big deal like that. I loved it. And that's basically, the whole, like, how a lot of people homeschool. You're able to get a lot more done in a less time. You don't waste a whole lot of time doing extra nonsense that's not necessary, and you just get the education and go. Like, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. So,
Yep.
and my kids, they're very smart as well. My son learned differently from the girls, of course. So, he struggled in regular conventional school, and then when he was homeschooled, it got, a lot better. But my youngest, oh, genius, genius. She, like, and I didn't agree with, like, studying for a test, like, so the national test that you take, or the state test. I never had them study. Like, just go take the test. It is what it is. Like, if you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't. So my youngest, she, you could get like a 1, 2, 3, or 4. That was what your goal was. So she got the test. She took the test. She never studied for it. She took the test. She came back. I said, well, what did you get on your test? She said, Mom, I got a 5. It's like, there's no such thing as a 5. There's only 4. 4s are the highest. Like, 3s and 4s are what they're looking for kids to get. She's like, no, they told me I got 5. And I'm like, I never heard of anybody getting a 5. So sat down with her teacher, and I'm like, yeah, Kaya told me that she got a 5. And she's like, yeah, she got a 5. I thought it only went to 4. And she was like, no, 5 is no, we have 5 too. There's a 5 too, but most kids don't get 5s. At that point, I was like, oh, she's a genius. There it is.
Yeah.
Like, with not even a blink of the eye, not a study, not nothing. She's a genius. So she's pretty much where I am. Now, the difference between me and her, she's an excellent test taker. Me, I'm not a great test taker. You know why? Because I don't want to go into all this reading information to understand. Like, she knows. She's an excellent test taker. Never studied. So whatever it is that they're looking for when they do these tests, she, like that. For me, I've always been a terrible test taker, but like I said, 3.8 GPA. So, I can do the work. That's not the problem. Just not interested, and I get bored very easily with stuff. So now I'm just guessing. A, B, C, C, D, C, D. I don't care, but she got a 5, and I'm telling you, either she guessed real good or she's a genius. So I was like, yeah, well, I guess she gets it honest, she gets it honest, but you know, some people, and she was bored too. Like she begged me to homeschool. She was so bored. She begged me, begged and begged, and it was so irritating that I finally had to do it because I couldn't keep I was literally dragging her to the bus stop, and she skipped 2 grades when she was homeschooling with me. She skipped 2 grades. So yeah, she was definitely bored, to say the least.
There we go. There we go. And that's what I'm saying. It's about, if we're going to think about it logically, if we want our kids to be the best form of themselves that they can possibly be, we need to allow them to be themselves, not be told what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because also
Mm-hmm.
that can cause conditions as well. Especially if somebody's got ODD or
Right.
something like that, it can cause conditions. And kids especially should be allowed to grow into who they're meant to be, not who they're told to be.
Right. Right, exactly. Exactly. Yep. Yep. So I definitely encourage homeschooling for those that can do it. I think it's a great thing. I think it can really open them up to different ways of learning that they probably wouldn't get in the public school system. Um, and you can get a lot more done in a little bit of time too. Because my kids, when they homeschooled, it's only mandatory for you to do 4 hours a day, so, and that's what they did, 4 hours a day, and they got it in, got it out, and the rest of the day, they had activities. So, like I said, my kids used to do swimming and gymnastics, football, basketball, cheerleading, softball. So they always were in something. They took languages, so. They had ASL, which is sign language. They had Spanish. They had Mandarin. So yeah, they were able to, do a lot more, with that. So if it works for you, it could be a great thing. So definitely could be a great thing. So
Absolutely. And also, while saying that, it's not saying that we're not speaking about teachers here, because I can
right.
remember some great teachers. I can remember some fantastic teachers. So
Mm-hmm.
we're not saying that all teachers about it. It's not about that. It's about the system and
No.
and
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
they're able to do and what they're told to do and how to teach and all of that stuff. It's not about the people that are teaching. It's about the system itself, the curriculum, and all of this stuff. And just going back to spiraling back to what we were saying, from today's knowledge, everything that we got taught as kids happens to be no longer true. So
Mm-hmm.
what is going
Yep.
on? What is going on?
Yep. Melinda T. Steph, it's strange when I go to you in YouTube search, your channel name doesn't come up sometimes or get notification. I know, Melinda T. It is crazy because I don't know what's going on. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. Sometimes I can't find myself. I have to literally type in my name. I'm just saying VB to find myself, and then I can find myself. Melinda, were you the one that sent the birthday video to Mike for me? Because I've been looking for the Melinda. I thought he said it
Hey,
was from
Mike.
Melinda. Was that from you, Melinda T? Hey, Mike. I just need to know that because if it was, thank you so much. I played it on the live after I saw it, but it was so cute and I loved it. The birthday video. So if that was you, Melinda T, thank you so much. I've been looking for you, and so I can say thank you, but I don't think I saw you. So I hope that I have the right Melinda this time because I reached out to the other Melinda. I thought it was you, but she's like, what? And I was like, oh, okay, maybe it was a different Melinda. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hello, people. How y'all doing? Hey,
Hey,
All right,
hey, my
Steph.
how are you?
brother. What's happened, mate?
Nothing. I just got up. I heard y'all talking because somebody had y'all on their cell phone laying in the bed. I kept hearing Steph's voice. I said, Steph in the bedroom? Nah. Yeah, I got some reactions to do. Too much Red Horse last night. We went to the beach.
Uh-huh.
I'm out of it, y'all. I'm out of it. I got up this morning. Y'all want to see something funny? I came on to
Mm-hmm.
show y'all this. See, Uncle Mike don't give a hoot. Let's see. Share screen. How you do this thing? Facebook. Check this out. This is my. Can you make this bigger? I think you can make
Yeah, you
this
can make the full screen take us off.
open messenger. That'll open up a whole window. Ah, man, that's good enough. Cancel. Don't remove. Oh, that is bigger. Hot dag. Wait a minute. Now we come over here. Yeah, make you guys bigger. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but it looks. Robert Noah's. Have you received your letter from the DHHS? I saw your name on the list. Y'all ever get these messages? So I responded and said, and I saw your name on these nuts. Got him.
Oh my goodness.
Then he said, this is real. This is real and legitimate, okay? Trusting and all this type of stuff. And I said, and for real, I saw your Facebook name on these nuts. Got him.
Okay.
Then he said, oh man, no matter what he responded, I just said, I heard of the Department of these nuts.
You know what? They over there trying to scam you, Mike, and you ain't participating, and they scam on you.
Yeah.
You
Then
ain't
he
letting them
said, this
scam
is
you.
real. Then I said, I'm bored, Robert. I could do this all night. These nuts are ready.
God.
They be,
Oh
and
my
what makes it
goodness.
so bad is they be real too. I'm trying to help you out, and you over there playing. I said, you ain't helping me out.
Right. What
Over
can
here
you do for me? I didn't ask for your help.
talking about you done, dude. If people giving away money for free, then it's fake.
These nuts.
Fake these nuts. These nuts.
These nuts. These nuts.
These nuts. Got them. You want to play? I want to play. They call you on your phone and get to playing. And Mr. Cross, we trying to sign you up. I'm trying to sign me up too. Will you stop playing? Bitch, this is my phone. You gonna tell me what I can do with my phone? This my phone. You call me. Yeah, I ain't. Uncle Mike ain't wrapped too tight, man. We ain't rap. I
No,
got you,
So
Murph.
I
Mina's
know you.
very
I know
sad
you do.
that you're
I know
going,
you do.
Mike.
Huh?
I said Mina's very sad that you're leaving. How are you feeling? You feeling sad that your time's almost up?
No, I'm not feeling sad. I need to. Yeah, I'm gonna miss all of them, man. I'm gonna miss all of them. I got today's Sunday, right? Yeah, Monday we going.
Oh,
Tomorrow we
I'm like,
going
no,
to.
it's Saturday. Don't be trying to speed up my weekend.
No,
Yeah.
it's still Saturday here as well. I was about to say, Mike, are you still
Right.
drinking the Red Dragon? What?
The red dragon.
The Red
The red
Dragon.
dragon.
That's a good one.
Oh, I forgot. I'm not still asleep. I'm all loud with these nuts. She went to the beach. She didn't get in the water. Her or Mina didn't. They didn't even go nowhere near the water. But it was a little baby butterball naked. I'm laughing. That's so cute. But I took some good shots.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I should play that. I took some
Yeah, you
real
can
good
do that.
shots.
So I can eat while you play that. That'll be great. Mike has the reins. I can eat.
Let's see something here. Can we? Because I've been putting so much crap up. I just want to show this one. Well, I get rid of everybody. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Maybe this one right here. These two.
All right, y'all know Uncle Mike is crazy. So I've been that far with this cell phone. That's the family. We going out to the beach. Lin is out here, y'all. I don't want to get wet. I don't want to fall with the cell phone in my hand. So I got to move slow. She going to swim. Go on, Lin. It's your birthday. Oh. Go, Lin. It's your birthday.
Lin.
She's swimming, y'all.
She can't swim at all, y'all. She can't swim.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Lucas.
That's her son,
That's
Lucas. She's overprotected of Lucas.
We at the beach in the Philippines.
So fake.
Look at that water, man. It's amazing.
Oh my God, phone getting wet. Well, she gonna watch Lucas. We out here, baby. Oh, the phone got wet on. I'm too far out. The phone getting wet. Look at that wave. Look at the 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 wave. Oh, almost fell. Out too far. I'm out too far. Oh my God. Yeah, the phone got wet that time.
The sound change.
Yeah, the phone got wet that time. Oh my God. We got a whole lot wet.
Listen to the sound change. There's water in the phone.
Don't worry about Lucas. I got Lucas. Don't worry about Lucas. I got Lucas. Well, who got me? Who got me?
Look, the phone went out. The water made the phone go out, y'all.
Oh, that's a brilliant video, though. Is your phone okay now?
Yeah, it's okay. The phone is okay. So we had to continue with, I think it was, this is the next one I think we continue with.
The phone got wet. Don't worry about Lucas. I got Lucas. Don't worry about Lucas. Don't you worry about Lucas. I got Lucas, but who got me? Who got me? I got Lucas, but who got me? Oh my God. Lucas, where's Lucas?
Lucas is funny.
Where's Lucas? I think on Lucas. You okay, Lucas? You okay? Help, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Her pants falling down.
Cow. Lucas. Where you at, Lucas? Watch out, ladies.
All right.
Y'all watch the kid. I'm gonna go take the phone. The phone too wet. The phone too wet, y'all. So before we stop recording, because the phone too wet. So I quit. I can look. I can't even. Oh, there's a button.
Yeah, that's what I
Philippines,
wanted to
y'all.
show right there.
Life is good. It is cold where you guys are at in the United States. It's cold. We out here playing beach games. The sand under my feet feels good. Yeah. We are almost at the shore. I haven't stepped on anything to hurt my feet in the sand. I just wanted to show y'all some of this. Let me have some fun without filming. Look, it's my cameraman right here, y'all. Look, watch this. Can this thing move? It won't move. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the cameraman right there. And then you got the kids behind you playing. There you go. Get him. No! Get him, throw him in the water, That's cousin.
He can't swim, y'all. He can't swim. He can't swim.
They love A. The Philippines love to do action for the cameras, man. I love them. Cameraman right there. Yeah. He's still filming. Got his shades on, looking cool. Look. That's his cameraman right there. Yeah. That's the cameraman. That's mommy. That's family. It's me. That's mommy. Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace out.
That's Ariel's mom. That's Lin-Lin's mom. I'm sorry, that's Lin-Lin's mom. I did another video that really showed all the houses and different things, and it finally rained, y'all.
Now look, this some real rain. Look, y'all see that? That's coming up down. This is real rain in the Philippines. Oh man, look the light. Look, the light changed when I hit this. I can't see. Wow, that's crazy. You get more light. Look, y'all can see the drip down, right? Watch this. You see the water. That's how much rain is coming down off the house. Watch this. I can't see nothing. I just zoomed out.
It's funny. I got that from my cousin. I got a cousin he said, watch this, y'all. Watch this. He said over and over again, like, dude, I heard you the first time. You don't have to keep saying, look, watch this, look, watch this, y'all. Look, watch this. So that's part of my character. Anyway, yeah. Then I started showing my setup at the house.
So then we went to the mall and bought a real ring light.
Watch this.
The ring light came. That thing don't put out it light up. Don't get me wrong. It light up, but it don't put out no light. So this little ring light, I said, man, y'all should, I swear to God, y'all, your ass should be put in jail for making that. It's a ring light, but it don't shine no light on you. So after we got it, then I put this up. Watch this, y'all. I put that light up so I can have some light for my camera. The camera needs light for the settings. I ain't trying to change the setting. So then we went to the mall and bought a real ring light.
Thank you.
That one put out a whole lot more light. So and that's my camera.
It's cold in the middle.
That's the camera right there for my little setup. This is my for my job. The Focusrite. Shout out to the Focus. This right here costs $100. Everything, dude. I teach everything in my YouTube course, man. I'm trying to tell. I wish I had the words to say that you need to start making money online, because if you don't make money online, that's going to be the only way you can make money in 10, 15, 20 years. If you know you're going to be on this earth 10.
All right. Now I'm trying to advertise, so that's enough. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? She's trying to eat. I'm trying to eat.
No, that was a brilliant video, Mike.
You like it? Should we keep going? I got plenty.
Oh no, you keep going. I just want to let folks know. Steph, I've already texted you. I've got to leave in 15 minutes. So if you guys have got videos to play, then
oh, I could keep playing them if y'all want. I'm on both y'all channels.
I think it's important that you do play them, mate, because you're over there and you're helping people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can definitely drink the rainwater, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see this. Wait a minute. Well, it's rainwater. If you've seen rain, I don't know. I'll be thinking I'm boring people, because if you've seen you've seen rain before. All right.
Can I just say, just before you play it as well, Mike, can I just say to everybody, because this is streaming on both Mike's and Steph's channels simultaneously, so can you jump over, whichever side you're on, can you jump over and press the like button on the other one as well, and then land wherever you want to land?
Man.
Because it helps the algorithm.
Man. All right. Let's see what we got here.
And yes, if you don't want to be caught in the bull, you better learn this algorithm stuff right now. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Tumblr. They got Rumbler and all this other YouTube, Facebook. I'm learning how to blog. Bloggers. Shout out to the bloggers. Blogging is incredible, man. Because they already learned and understand the algorithm. I didn't mean to take this time and I didn't mean to take this time to interrupt your what you call it, your entertainment. Trying to educate you, to help you. Didn't mean to do that, but that's the red horse talking. I would love to help my people if they would let me help them. But long story short, this shit is easier than what you think it is. But anyway, Focusrite, real good with it's $100. Look, $100. This thing right here costs $100. Very top of the line, perfect thing. Microphone, $24, right? So this is while we hear, that's just how people hear me and see me. Now, there's a camera here. There's a camera here. There's a Canon camera right here. This camera costs like the camera costs like $900, but you can't afford that. Y'all can't afford this because you gotta pay $200 tennis. You gotta pay for the $200 tennis shoes. You gotta drink all your liquor, all your top shelf liquor. You can't afford the camera because you gotta pay for all the liquor, all the other bullshit that you don't need in your life. But to buy a $900 camera, right, to make money, you ain't gonna do that. So we got two of these, right? We got one more right here. We got two cameras. See, when I spend my money, right, on the instruments and everything, when I spend the money, this is investments. There's one more camera at home, y'all. I got 4 computers at home. I got 2 computers here in the Philippines. But when you spend your money, you got to spend your money on the design of jeans, top of the line cars. You got to put rims on your cars, tint your windows, bling bling on each finger, bling bling around your neck. You got to spend your money on that bull. So this is what I do.
Spaghetti.
These people can eat. They can eat.
She real shy, y'all. I love her to death. That's my peoples right there. Still, get out here. It is dark. It is so dark out here, y'all. Wait a minute. It is, yeah. This that rain you don't want to go out. This that rain you don't want to go outside in, cuz, so I ain't going out there. Uncle Mike ain't crazy. Y'all say Uncle Mike might be crazy, but he ain't stupid.
Anyway, y'all, I wanted to. This is funny right here.
I never in my life seen a dog
No.
turn all the way around and scratch his ass. Scratching the hell out of his ass.
Y'all was supposed to see that. Y'all was supposed to see that one. Good morning, Uncle Mike. I was gonna show y'all not the dog scratching his butt. Maybe it's this one. Oh, yeah.
Y'all, look at this butt. Look. Papa heard the guitar, y'all. He said, look, y'all. Wait. Wait a minute, man. I can't make this shit up, man. Wait a minute. Look. His knee hurting. His knee hurt. Why this shit so loud, though, man? Look. That's Lucas, y'all. But look. He heard the guitar, right? He said, I said, man, let's play guitar. Let's play the guitar and everything. No, man. My knee hurt. I said, okay, all right. We sitting here talking. We have Why so loud? Shit. Why is it so loud?
Like they're in a concert.
Why they got My bad, I was trying not to say nothing, but that motherfucker was too loud. Look. He said, no, my knee hurt. Okay, no problem. That's Big Brother right there, right? Look. That's Big Brother. Let me move this stuff. What the hell are they doing? What the hell? Look. And I don't know what.
That's the baby screaming. That baby been screaming all day long.
What is wrong or whatever the case may be, right? But that's his son. Right? Love him to death, man. So he said he want to practice a guitar. Okay, no problem. You practice a guitar. Shit, ain't nobody else playing it. I ain't playing. So he heard the guitar because he got it up so loud. He got the guitar so loud. My man came limping over.
I thought your knee was hurt.
I wanted to say, I thought your knee was hurting. He heard that guitar. He come running over. He come running over here. Jesus. It's red horse time. See the red. I'm going to tell you about the red horse. Let me tell you a little story about the red horse. It always bring out the truth. Red horse brings out the truth. I can't believe dude. I don't know what all of it sound the same to me. What are y'all doing? Oh, you tuning it up? Tuning? Oh, yes. Sound the same to me. He got up. I can't believe it. I said, bro, let's play some guitar. My knee hurt. So I went with I said, come on, son, man, you gonna play some guitar. I ain't even get the bass yet. And he said, yeah, I'm gonna practice. But listen, Listen how loud he got the damn. Why is it so loud? Why is it so loud?
Is he trying to play Lenny Kravitz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's raining. It's rain now. I told y'all when we was riding home, I said it's gonna rain. It's going. I know rain.
This is real rain.
One thing. Hold up, man. They going berserk now. Look, they gonna grab the camera. Look. He done packed that guitar up quick. I told y'all it was gonna rain. He done packed that guitar up quick. He ain't even unplug it. Look, he ain't even unplug it yet. He gone. It's right. I told y'all. Uncle Mike told you. Look, they moving the motorcycles. You can see the rain. So yeah, I told them that it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. They going berserk. Look at it. She getting the food. Red horse is gone. Don't worry about that. It's pouring down raining out here. I'm still not getting wet yet, y'all, because I'm under all these trees and stuff, but coming through a little teeny bit. It's raining. It's finally really raining, right?
It's really
They looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm in the Philippines. If it's raining, so what? They trying to get everything. That's crazy.
Running from the rain.
Okay, I'm getting wet. So they running. They running like this water is gonna kill them. Look. Look at bro, man. It's rain.
This rain, look up.
Yeah, this is real. This is real rain. Peace out, y'all. Let me get in the house. Peace out.
Boy, it was like 3 raindrops and they was going berserk. Rain. Come on, rain. Like
that's what I was saying.
Hopefully that river from the video that you showed the other day of you walking down there, hopefully if it rains that much, then that'll get filled back up again.
Yeah, they gonna need a whole lot of rain. They gonna need 3 months of straight rain.
Do they get a rainy season?
No, as you can, yeah, they do. The Philippines get a raining season, but again, even the rainy season has been less rain. The adults has been telling me that for years. Even the first time I went, I didn't go to that river, but they said the river is much low now. That the kids used to jump off of it's a little cliff. It's not a big cliff, and they used to jump and dive in the water. Sometimes some of them can do flips, some do dive, some jump. Almost like probably a little bit less than a 3-meter board. You know, when we was young, we used to go to a swimming pool. You got the little diving board, you got the tall one. That's 3 meters. But they can't jump off of that anymore because the water is too low, and they would hit and there was areas where I couldn't stand up, so I had to hold the kids up if we went too far deep. But even in the river where we went to, it was no areas where the kids can stand up. You know, even though they didn't let the kids go to the deeper part, they could have stood up. He said, "Nah, it's too deep for the kids." They said, "No, Lucas, don't go that far. Don't go that." I'm like, "You right there. If he drowned, you should." I let his ass drown.
Mike,
you don't have to keep telling him where not to go. I done told you once, don't go over there. Take your ass over there if you want. I told you don't go over there. You go over there again. Guess what? He stopped going over there. I ain't got to tell them no more.
Lord, Lord.
See, that's how my father disciplined us. So you mean to tell me, go ahead, let them drink some water, just a little bit of water, then you ain't got to tell them no more. Or every time you go to the river, every time you got to tell Lucas, don't go over there, Lucas. Don't go over there. For months and months, don't go over there. Don't go over there. I ain't got time for that. I told you twice. I told you twice. Okay, gone over there. That's my nephew. I remember we went to the swimming pool. And I didn't do this. My father did this. My father said, you got to put your buoy on. You know, the kids, they put something on their back so they can swim. Granddad, I know how to swim. I don't need that. Now you need this buoy. He holding them up. He said, I can swim. Watch this. He said, yeah, you swimming because I'm holding you up. He said, no, Granddad, I can swim. He said, all right. So he let him go. Did he? I told you can't swim. You want to try again? Let's try one more time. Now, do you want to put your buoy on? I was laughing my ass off, boy. That ain't funny. But guess what? He learned his lesson quick, fast, and in a hurry. Sometimes, you know, I think, and mothers' jobs are there to stop the father from doing stuff like that. You don't let the boy drown. Why not? Shit, I'm gonna save him. I ain't gonna kill him. Just let him learn a lesson that I'm trying to use words to teach you this lesson. Like letting that little boy go outside. It was cold as shit outside. He won't wear his basketball Christmas uniform. Go outside. It's too cold. You need some clothes on. No, mommy, I'm a basketball player. I want to wear this. A tank top. She let his ass stay out there so he could freeze a little bit. Didn't I tell you? From now on, when I tell you put a jacket on, yes, ma'am, no problem, ma'am. No problem.
Mina, we're with you, Mina. We got your back, Mina.
Where's Mina?
Oh. She wants to be with you, and you over here talking to us. She's sad because you're leaving, and you over here talking to us.
Oh man, no matter what, people gonna be sad. If you sad now, don't be sad now. You just drawing out the sadness. And what make it so bad? We still got 2 or 3 more days together.
That's not a long time, Mike.
It's called a grieving process, Mike. That's what it is.
Well, start your grieving process 3 hours before you get on the plane. No matter what is coming.
On that note, I'm going to drop out and say, you know that I love you both and everybody in the side chats and stuff. So I'm going to drop out. But
all right, brother.
Love you all.
Love ya. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So we had 2 videos here. I don't know how long they are.
She said she watched a movie with a pool scene. Yeah. You're right. We teach. I mean, you don't teach a kid how to swim like that by letting them drown, but you teach them how to obey. It's obeying. I said do this. I ain't gonna keep telling you to do this. Lucas, don't go over there. Let Lucas go over there. Let him drown a little bit. His ass won't go over there no more. Anyway, y'all, love y'all. Most definitely, it's hotter than 100 hamburgers. I'm sweating and I'm drinking hot coffee. So what's next on the agenda? I got reactions to do.
We got this. We're doing 2 child services videos, so I'm not quite sure what, because of course, I can't see the whole title at the bottom here, but we're gonna play those and we'll be out of here. So.
Okay, guys, I'll be watching in the background. All
right, Mike. Enjoy your time with Mina. All right, Mina, you got him for 2 more days.
I think it's 3 more days, but who's counting?
3 more days. I don't know, because we're in different days right now. I'm in Saturday and you're in Sunday, so I don't know.
Let's turn this way. You know what, y'all? The electricity here is different. So when I clip this thing on, it's shocking me. It's shocking
Yeah,
me.
don't electrocute yourself, please.
Yeah, the electric head, they got what, 210, 220 or something. And this joint is freaking. I'm trying to put it up where it won't shock me. It's shocking me. Anyway, guys, hey, y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Thank y'all. Hey, I'm out of here. Peace.
Bye, Mike. See you later.
All righty.
Oh, man. All right, guys, let's get into these videos. We've been here for an hour and a half, so I apologize. We're a little bit behind, so we're going to get them back to back. Just some videos on CPS, child services, just some more information. So let's see what we're going to learn today, all right? All right, guys, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Can I help you?
Yes. Hi. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
I don't understand why you're filming this.
I'm filming this for my protection.
Okay, that's fine. Per Thursday, we have an order to enter the home and talk to. I'm here to do that today. Do you comply?
He isn't here today. He says
school hasn't started yet, to my understanding, until next week.
Well, it started.
Okay. Can I still enter the home today to see that? That's part of the order, so I'm doing what the judge said.
I have a list of questions for you.
You have a list of questions for me? Okay.
Yes.
I
First,
can answer that.
I'd like to see some ID.
Here that is. That's my ID.
Can I see what it says on it?
It says Department of Children's Services, Mary Lee.
Okay. And so you have the police here. Can I see your ID too?
Sir, they're here to help comply with the order issued from the court.
Can I see your ID, please?
There you go.
Can I see your ID?
Make sure it's not blurry so everybody can see it. Sometimes you get too close, it gets blurry.
Sir, I don't want to cause any trouble.
I'm not trying to cause any trouble here either.
Okay,
I'm just trying to protect my constitutional rights.
I completely agree, and I want to get
Okay, first of all, do you have a warrant?
I have an order issued from the judge. Yes.
May I see the order?
The order is in court, and it has been issued. You are aware of this order.
May I see the court order in writing?
Okay, I will go get that order then, but I was hoping we could do this without that.
I would also like to know, what is your probable cause or exigent circumstances that my children are in imminent danger?
Sir, I would like to talk to all this about you. I have been trying.
What is your probable cause or exigent circumstances that my children are in danger?
Okay, there is a report filed with the department. I'm trying to finish my job and do that report. I don't want to be involved in your life as much as you want to be involved in mine, okay?
Do you have a reason to enter my home that my children are in imminent danger?
Sir, for non-compliance with the department, it has come to this. I did not want it to come to this. Can we please work together and figure this out?
My children are not in imminent danger, and you know that.
Sir, I'm not saying that. Why can't we figure this out together? That's all I want to do.
I'm trying to help you out here, too.
Okay.
I'm trying to protect my constitutional rights.
I understand.
And the fact that I'm out here right now, okay, is telling you that I'm trying to help you out with your investigation.
Okay,
I'm not impeding your investigation. I'm trying to protect my constitutional rights.
Why couldn't we do this? Why couldn't we have done this conversation earlier and it wouldn't have come to
Because
this?
you came up to my wife and my child in my driveway and you threatened us.
Sir,
You told her that me and my wife abused my children.
I did not tell any such
You
thing.
said so in front of my child.
Sir, calm
She had a
down.
witness. And
Sir,
that's the reason why I have not let you in my house or speak to my child.
You can say all that you want, sir.
I'm telling you the truth.
I have to report to you.
I am telling you what I was told by both my wife and my child.
Sir, I have to report to you what was said. And I can't talk with police here.
No.
I have to, what was said.
No.
So, Sir.
That's not what was said.
Sir. Okay, let me explain this to you, okay? Anyone can call in a referral to the department, okay? Per whatever that person says in the referral, you're right is to know what is said in that referral.
That is not what you said to my wife and my child.
Sir, I did. That is what
You
is said in the
accused
referral.
us of being abusers.
I did not accuse. I have to tell everything that was reported, and then the person explains what happened. That is what happened.
And did I not also send you a fax
You
that
did
explained
send me a fax.
everything that happened that
But
day?
sir, a fax doesn't say what happened or what not. I have to speak to the person in person to prove or not. That's my job. I apologize. For
Okay, well, you've
inconveniencing
spoken with me in person now.
Okay.
Okay, now you can finish your investigation.
Sir, I still have to talk to your son,
Well, you can go talk to him at school.
and I still have to see the home. So
You don't have to see the home
Yes,
as per your investigation.
yes, I do.
If you want to enter my home, I'm not going to stop you from doing your investigation, but you're going to have to do so against my consent.
Sir, I don't understand why we can't work together and do it. Do you understand what the
The judge said that you may proceed with your investigation.
and to enter
Does
the
your
home?
investigation require you to perform a warrantless search on my home based on uncorroborated hearsay?
Sir, now because the court is involved, I am to enter the home. I will go and get the order to show you, okay? And we can figure that out. To see your son, what school does your son go to so I can go see him?
He goes
there?
to...
Okay, thank you for your cooperation on that. I will go and get the signed order from the judge. And
Does the signed order allow you to enter my home without a warrant?
sir, that is part of the signed order, is to cooperate with this.
I'm cooperating with your investigation, but I'm also standing up for my constitutional
I
rights.
understand that you're confused with this, so I want to help you out as much as possible. I don't want to be intruders on your home at all. I just want to get this over with, you know.
I want
so
to see if the court order does not say
Okay.
that you have to enter my home,
Okay.
you will not have my
I
consent.
understand, sir. I will go get the order right now, okay? And I will return to the home later today. I'm letting you know this.
Do what you want to do,
Okay, and I'm letting you
but
know.
okay, you will not have my consent. That's all I'm going to say.
Even if I have an order saying I don't need your consent, that's what I'm saying. The order is saying to enter the home.
Here's how I see it.
Okay, tell me how you see it.
If you knew that you could enter my home, you would have done so already.
Sir, that is not it at all. I want to work together. You're clearly, whoever you're filming this for, sees that I'm trying to work with you. I don't want to be an intruder.
You're trying to work with us by threatening us
Sir, there was no
and telling
threat.
us that we abuse our children.
Sir, I explained to you before. A referral is made. In the referral, it states a certain allegation. I can see where the confusion could have been pertaining to an
Yes,
allegation.
and I wrote a written statement to clear up
Yes, you
any inconsistencies with such allegations.
How do I know if you wrote that? It could be some Joe Schmo. How do I know that?
Really?
Why are you...
This is such a ridiculous waste of time. If you have a warrant, go get one. Why are we still going back and forth? Like, I don't see, this is the stuff that irritates me. If you have a warrant, go get one. You're not going into his home without a warrant. That's it. He's not willingly letting you in his home. Why are we going back and forth? I just don't understand. If you said you could go get one, then go get it. And he just said you can go talk to my son at school. No, you want to see the home. Why? Why? Unless you get a warrant. Why? And the cops ain't saying nothing because, and that's the thing. If the cops have a warrant to go into your home, they'll say, we have a warrant to go in your home. And they'll show you the warrant. Like, this doesn't feel, okay. But, I'm going to play this. I'm going to get my piece of cake. I'm going to cut my cake while this plays, guys. I'll be right back.
Really, to me, it's true. There's no proof that I could say that you ever wrote that song.
And there's no proof that the allegations against us are true
That's
either.
exactly what I'm trying to disprove. Exactly, you just said it. I'm trying to disprove it. I don't want to be involved in this any more than you want me to.
Well,
so
please.
I want to disprove it. I want to close your case. That's all it had to be, was in and out, done. That's all it could have been.
I'm not going to let you violate my constitutional rights just because you think I might be a child abuser.
Sir, anyone, like I told you, anyone can call a referral in, and that's what happened. It can be as easy as letting me in the home, letting me talk to the child, and easy as verifying the information that was said and what wasn't said.
Well, you have to understand one thing.
I do understand what
you have to understand that you came up to my wife and my child and accused us of these things.
I didn't accuse anyone,
and you were rude and unprofessional.
Sir, I was not rude and unprofessional.
Yes, you were.
Sir.
You were very rude.
How?
And you were very unprofessional. And that is what my wife and my child told me. Okay. And that is also what other witnesses that we have seen you personally be rude and unprofessional to my wife at work.
Sir, I don't want to do this anymore, okay?
I don't want to do this anymore either.
I'm going to go get the order and come back. And I'm going to go, I'm telling you, I'm going to visit your child at, okay? I'm letting you know.
I'm not getting in your way of this investigation. If you want to enter my home to investigate
I want you to
and violate my constitutional rights,
sir, I understand.
That's on you.
I want you to be okay with everything, and I want to...
I'm not okay with any of this.
Okay, I understand, but can't you see I'm trying? I'm really trying.
Can you see I'm trying? I'm out here right now?
Yes, but you are still being non-compliant, so I'm going to...
I'm not being non-compliant. I've answered your questions.
Okay, sir, I'm going to go and get it, and I'm going to show you. So
if you want to say I'm not being compliant by saying that I'm standing up for my constitutional rights...
That's not it at all, but the judge informed me.
I don't know what to tell you about that.
Okay, sir, that's not what I'm saying.
The judge did not say that you have the right to enter my home.
Sir, and I'm going to go prove that right now, okay? So I'm going to go get that, and we'll figure it out. I want us to be a team on this. I want to work together.
I'm never going to be on your team about this.
Sir, I'm not here to take your children or do anything. I just want to figure out what's wrong.
You're here to investigate me. You're here to try to prove that I did something wrong.
Sir, if that is what happened, then wouldn't you want
You're here to try to take away my children.
Sir, I'm not here for that at all.
Y'all are not going to get anywhere. Basically, get a copy of the order, come back, and show him that the judge issued an order saying you have a right to go inside the residence and view the residence, okay? Because apparently y'all not going to find a happy person.
It's unfortunate we couldn't find a happy
person. Yeah, it's very unfortunate that you take the word of people that...
I understand your upsetness.
That are making up lies about us. It's very unfortunate.
Sir, I'm going to walk away now, and I'm going to try and figure this out, okay? So I want us to work together. I'm going to come back later today, okay? Thank you.
I'm sure you do.
Okay.
How y'all doing?
Hello, sir.
Can I help you with something? Can I help you guys with something?
Give me just 1 minute, okay? I'm talking to my sergeant.
Okay. All right. Yes, sir.
Okay.
My name is...
Okay.
Do you have a warrant for my arrest?
I do not. Do I need to run you real quick and see if you have one or something?
No, sir. We just have a case with DCS pending. That's why I'm recording all this.
That's
for my protection.
That's what's about to happen. I mean, I'm not here to arrest you unless this lady pulls up and says I need to.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
I mean,
the DCS lady's coming.
Okay.
Kind of
I'm sure you can understand the need for me having to record you guys and all that.
Why? I mean, we record all the time too. I'm not a cop that's gonna come out here and beat you.
I understand. I know you're just trying to do your job. It's just gotten a bit heated. Yes, sir. I understand.
That's my thing. So let me go talk to her real quick and find out what's going on. Just go ahead and have a seat.
All right. Well, can I get to see all y'all's IDs first before we proceed? Yes, you're fine. I know who you are.
Here's the thing. We're not gonna sit here and argue.
I'm not trying to argue.
Have a seat.
I need to see your ID as per my constitutional rights.
You don't need to see my ID. You know,
you sir,
badge
sir, you're a public official.
Okay, you see my badge right here. Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah,
and
I'm Officer Richards. Officer Richards.
Okay.
Okay, now do as I ask and have a seat.
Can I see your ID and your ID too, please?
Go and have a seat. Don't hop out. This is gonna be difficult.
I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just standing up for my constitutional rights.
So I brought this back for you out of respect, so we can work together on this.
Okay, before we proceed, Miss D, are you part of this investigation?
She is. She's with the Department of Home Services as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so here's the order, okay? This is stating that the petition that I gave you, do you remember the copy I gave you?
No, I don't remember a copy.
Sir, you
I
were
don't recall receiving a copy of.
Sir, you were handed the
petition.
copy by our lawyer at court. So you have that copy and your wife has a copy, okay? But I brought my copy to show you as well. This is my copy though, okay?
So this copy I can keep right here?
Yes,
This in my
sir.
hand?
Yes, sir, you can keep this. This is stating that our petition was granted through the court and that petition for authority to complete the required investigation without the party's consent. That's without your consent.
Okay, so does your investigation require you to enter my home without a warrant?
Sir, that is the order, that is the warrant, that was what happened. Please let me in the home.
Okay, based on what probable evidence or exigent circumstances that my children are in imminent danger?
Sir.
Here's the thing. She's got the.
But I'm not going to stop you guys from continuing with your investigation.
I'm just telling you. She's got a court order that says she can go inside your house without consent. Right.
Does
there.
it
You
say?
can clearly read.
Yes.
It
without
says
the party's consent.
Complete statutorily required investigation. Okay, I'm asking her.
And I also have the petition.
I'm asking her if her investigation requires her to enter. Listen, can I finish speaking, please? I want to know, does your investigation? Yes, it does in the Constitution of the United States of America. No, the judge did not say.
She verbally told you.
The judge did not say that you have the right.
Then I'm just going to place you under arrest over here while we wait for everything. Okay?
Can I explain my constitutional rights to you and what I heard the judge say?
I know the Constitution.
I heard the judge say that she has the right to proceed with her investigation. I did not hear the judge say that she has a right to violate my constitutional rights.
Can you meet me over here?
Listen, if you guys want to enter my home, you're gonna have to do so against my consent.
That's fine, I have a court order.
That's what it says.
That's what's happening.
Well, I'm not getting in your way of this investigation.
Okay, open the door for us.
No, ma'am.
That's fine, I have a court order.
Please read the notice on the other side of the door.
What's the notice?
Just go ahead and go in. Don't worry about it.
Can you enter first?
Yes.
Because I don't know what's in his home.
Is there anything in here that
Yes, there's a dog.
Can you
And he's locked up in my bedroom.
Is he going to bite?
I'm gonna have to.
He might bite if you open my bedroom door.
Sir, I have to enter the
That's all I need to
bedroom. Sir, I have to enter the bedroom. So can you please put the dog up?
In my bedroom?
Yes, I have to enter the
He has to
home.
see every room.
I don't know how to.
There's a notice on the back side of my door here. Please read it.
Okay, that's fine.
Have a good day. Have no
Is this the bedroom?
This is my bedroom.
Okay. Can you please put your dog up so I can enter?
My dog is put up in my bedroom.
Can you put it somewhere else so I can enter the bedroom?
Look at the rest of the house first.
My sergeant will be here to take care of him in a minute, so.
Okay, is there?
Yes, this is my children's room.
So who sleeps where?
Why does it matter who sleeps
I
where?
need to see where the children sleep and who sleeps where.
My older son sleeps on the bottom bunk. My younger son sleeps on the top bunk.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Where do you go now?
In the kitchen.
Alright.
Sir, can you please open? Where's your fridge?
My fridge is in the laundry room.
Can you please open your fridge and your cupboards to show me that you have provide food and stuff?
There's food right here. There's all kinds of seasonings. There's flour, sugar, peanut. There's peanut butter. There's plenty of food in the fridge.
Okay, can you please open the fridge to show me? That's all I need.
There's jelly. There's ketchup, mustard. There's butter. We buy food on a daily basis. There's hot dogs in here for them after school. There's lots of snacks up there for them in the freezer. Plus a meal.
And this is where the cat goes to the bathroom?
Yes, that's where the cat goes to the bathroom.
What's in here?
This is our supply closet.
Okay.
Okay?
Where the food's kept?
No.
What's dog food?
Yes, dog food.
And this is...
This is a freezer, but it's empty because it's broken right now.
Okay. Can you please turn on the water? Why are the lights not on? Why is it so...
I don't know. Nobody turned them on. The water works. Okay? Water's running. There's more food in the cabinets. There's bread. There's hot dog buns. There's popcorn for snacks. There's beans.
Okay.
I mean, there's plenty of food in here.
Sir, that's part of my job to see that, okay?
Okay. I understand it's part of your job to violate people's constitutional rights.
We're all entitled to our own opinion, aren't we?
That's not an opinion. That's an unalienable right.
Obviously needs to have some constitutional rights.
Okay. What is...
I have no clue about my constitutional rights.
Yeah, have no clue.
Okay.
Okay, well, you're about to be internet famous, sir.
That's fine.
I'm gonna let you go back here first. Can you go turn on the faucet?
The bathroom faucet?
Yes, sir. I just need to verify that there's water in there.
Well, you did see that there's water running in my
But
kitchen.
sometimes people don't have water in the
Okay, well, the sink works.
Thank you.
The tub works. And this hot water knob is broken, but we use that to turn it on. Would you like me to demonstrate?
No, sir, I believe
Okay.
you. Don't worry.
You also want to see the toilet flush?
Yes, sure. If you're willing to.
There it goes. Okay, everything's sanitary in our home. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your heel.
Okay, sir.
Do you still need to see my bedroom?
Yes, I do. Can you please?
Okay, can you guys please exit my home so he doesn't bite anybody? Can you please shut the door so he doesn't get loose?
Well, you should be able to keep a hold of your dog.
Yes, I can, but I just want to make sure that he doesn't because he's agitated right now.
You should be able to take care of your
Oh, well, yes, I can, sir. I just wanted to make double sure that nobody gets hurt. Come on, Bear. This way. Going in here. Okay, you guys may come back in now, I guess. I mean, no, you may not, but you don't have my consent to, but you're going to anyways.
Sir, part of the order is to see the
Okay,
home.
there's my bedroom.
Okay, can you please turn on the light?
No, my light doesn't work.
Well, what,
My light switch is broken.
well, what do you use for light, though?
I use my phone for light. It's my bedroom.
I mean, was
Yes,
there light
the light
in
switch does work on the living room.
No.
That's the outside light. The light that turns the ceiling fan on, and you have to pull the cord to turn the light on.
Okay, so.
And you just turn the switch off, so it's not going to work. Now it will.
And I can't remember if I turned the light on in their bedroom. Did I?
It was a light on.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a light on in there.
All right, so this is where.
This is my bedroom.
Okay, I need to verify that it's there. So.
Okay, yes, I have a bedroom. I mean, come on. This has nothing to do with my children. You okay?
I caught my foot. So can you tell me, in your own words, a recollection of the incident in question?
My word. I've already written a written statement and sent it to a fax
Sir, but
to your office, and you guys can verify the phone number that it was sent from was my wife's office.
Sir, part of it is to talk to you. Let's just figure this out, because I have done the home check. I've talked to
I've
the
already
kids.
said everything that I need to say
Okay.
about the night in question.
That is fine then.
Okay. Thank you for violating my constitutional rights. You guys have a great day.
Okay.
Well, the one thing I can't stand is a smart-ass cop. I'm just going to say. Because your job is to protect and serve. And it doesn't look good as you as a professional to get engaged in civilian matters at that level. The cop should have kept his mouth shut. It's not your place. Your place is to protect and serve. If you're there to make sure she can get into the house safely, that's all you do. Keep your mouth shut. Not necessary. But that's just me. What do I know? Anyway, we got one more. So let's go ahead straight into that. And then we can have a conversation. I'm eating my ice cream cake, guys. I finally got my ice cream cake for my birthday, and I'm eating it. And it's so good.
Good morning. My name is Dwight Mitchell. That's spelled DWIGHTMITCHELL. Before I go further, I'd like to give a special thank to Senator Andrew Matthews from District 15, who joined us at our last press conference, but who cannot be here today. While he's not a party to our lawsuit, Senator Matthews had received numerous phone calls from his constituents regarding CPS. As he mentioned when he was here during the last press conference, this is something that we can no longer turn a blind eye to. And as a first-term member of the Senate, Senator Matthews stated that he feels legislation changes are needed. And again, I want to thank Senator Matthews for speaking out at our last press conference. Some of you are aware of my tragic experience with Dakota County Social Services. Just to briefly fill you in, my children were taken away from me and retained by CPS for 22 months because of fabricated evidence, false reports, and illegal practices. After I exposed this illegal activities to the court with written documentation, Dakota County hastily dismissed the case against me so that the judge could not rule in my favor on their illegal activities. There are approximately 85 pages of key official Dakota County documents attached to my federal civil rights complaint as evidence of their illegal activities. Out of this tragedy, a soldier was formed. I liken myself to a soldier for injustice and the less fortunate. I formed the association Stop CPS from Legally Kidnapping Children. I created a petition on change.org. I created a pro se CPS self-help webpage. I've spoken with numerous Minnesota legislatures, spoken for the governor's legislative task force on child protection, and filed this civil rights lawsuit with injunctions for my association and my family, all with the intent of making a lasting change in Minnesota's child protection system. While I knew Child Protection Services had issues, it wasn't until I filed my civil rights complaint that I became aware of the magnitude and the breadth. Our phones have not stopped ringing and our email inboxes are overflowing. Our association had 250 members 30 days ago. We have grown to approximately 1,265 in less than 30 days. Our petition, which only had 1,200 signatures 30 days ago, now has 4,279 as of this morning. All of this overwhelming response and cries for help in less than 30 days from 23 distinct districts across the state of Minnesota forced us to pause and completely rethink our approach. Knowing the court system as we do, we wanted to determine how to be the most effective for our members in the least amount of time. After our review of the key member facts and the case law, we found a common thread that was running amongst all of our members. And we decided to pull the injunction portion of our existing lawsuit forward. And when I say pull it forward, based upon case law and Minnesota state statutes, which Eric will speak to shortly, we filed a summary judgment for a permanent injunction closing down Minnesota Child Protection Services until the unconstitutional statutes are fixed. And so Eric will explain all that to you in detail legally. The goal of our
Okay, guys, we need to take notes on this. This looks like this will give us some information that we really, really, really need. Because just because this is Minnesota does not mean that this cannot be the blueprint with how we help other families. So everybody, researchers, writers, antennas up, everybody paying attention right now, because this might give us exactly what we need, and we can follow this as a blueprint for who we need to contact and maybe find out how this guy got started with what he was doing, because we need someone just like this.
Organization is the preservation of the family. This means we are actively pursuing, preventing, and undoing these illegal kidnapping as soon as we hear about them. This includes, but is not limited to, overturning court orders where parents have had their parental rights terminated based upon fabricated evidence, misleading court information, or withholding exculpatory information from the court. We are also seeking jury trials for all termination of parental rights proceedings. My ultimate long-term goal after we finish in Minnesota is to perhaps go state to state, starting with the worst, reviewing their state statutes, seeking federal injunctions for the preservation of the families due to unconstitutional or non-compliance with federal mandates for the reunification of families once CPS has gotten involved. This doesn't mean.
This is exactly the same thing that Ada said. This is exactly what she said. They fabricated something. They took them out the house and they terminated her rights. So we're finding out right now that it's not as, uncommon as we thought it was with what's going on. So this is exactly the same type of thing. I'm so glad that I don't know who sent this to me. I'm so glad that we have this one, because I'm going to find out how I can get in touch with them in this company. I need somebody to, if you guys have a pen or something to write down the information for me, or I'll just go back and watch the video later. But yeah, we definitely need to figure out how to get in touch with them. And the fact that he is planning on going state to state, yeah, we need to do that. We need to do that. Because they definitely have the backing right now, and they have the attention. So guess what? We need to get on board with them. We need to get on board with them. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
That child protection services are not needed and that children do not need to be protected. All social workers are not bad. I have been in contact and met with several current and former social workers, mostly young, who have confirmed that they have been advised that they are being forced to remove children from the household based upon their supervisors. I spoke to a former CPS supervisor last week who informed me that she resigned because she did not agree with the current system or what was happening, and that it needs an overhaul from the top down, starting with the most senior people needed to be removed. My research with parents, some of them are here from our organization, who get off work, has led me to uncover that there are things happening in CPS, not just to myself. So what I thought, when I thought my case was egregious, once I started talking to the other members of our association, I started finding out they were having the same issues. So I sent out a questionnaire. And so when I got back the questionnaire, each petition by the social worker contained fabricated evidence, misleading information, or withheld evidence from the court. This is because the person who is responsible for the social worker is also responsible for terminating your parental rights. There's a serious conflict just in that function, that job function itself. How can you say, I'm going to reunify the family and terminate parental rights at the same time? So children are being removed without court orders or emergency situations. Parents are not being provided with a written safety plan to prevent the removal of the home from the home. Parents are not being provided with a written reunification plan that tells parents exactly what needs to be done in order for the child to return home. Parents were not provided with written out-of-home placement plans that were signed within 30 days as specified by the law. And so there were a number of allegations that went on. And so once we spoke to the members, we took down declarations, we collected over 46, where everyone had the exact same thing happen to them that happened to me. This information was submitted to the federal court, and Eric will speak more to that later also. One of the reasons, it's interesting because people keep asking me, well, why is this happening? We don't understand, CPS is supposed to be there to help children. And I advise them, based upon my research, what I've learned is that there are many ways to obtain federal funding for the programs. Title IV-E, the Social Security Act, is by far the largest. Title IV-E accounts for 50% of the federal funding available to states. To be eligible for Title IV-E foster care program, the vehicle for which the states must use to get this money, and this is the largest percent of the budget, is the child must be in out-of-home placement. They have to have been removed or considered needy. They have entered care through a judicial determination. And they have to be in a licensed foster care facility. So you don't have to believe me, look this up, So This is just one of the federal funds that's available to Minnesota. Now, here's the kicker that I learned during my research. The state government retains 25% of all federal funding for administration fees before reimbursing the county and local agencies for the actual costs incurred for the services. So when I looked at the budget last year, DHS had a budget of $16 billion. $10 billion came from the federal government. Out of that $10 billion, 25% is kept for administrative fees. I don't know, but people were asking me why. That's what I've uncovered thus far, and I'm still digging. There's I've started calling it a CPS playbook also as to why children are being taken. While everyone here is a victim, we all are, I'm going to demonstrate, what happened to me 4 years ago, and it's still happening statewide as recently as this past week. Since we've started the organization, we've been able to help people pro se get their children back. Mara here had her children taken. She was a victim of domestic abuse. They took her 3 children. We provided her with information on what needed to be presented to the court, and we were successful in assisting Mara in getting her children back. So just last week, we were contacted by Amanda. And what's really interesting with Amanda's case, and you can look at the court file, I'm going to give you the case number as soon as I finish. When Amanda contacted me, I advised Amanda. I said, social worker 𝗘𝐿, because that was her name, I said, she will lie to present her case to the court. I said, the social worker will file a petition to try and take all 3 of your children into foster care immediately, and not just the child that she was investigating. I said, before you go to your first court hearing, prepare a declaration of facts from your side of what happened in the case with any documented evidence that you have. I said, before you go to the first court hearing, prepare a general opposition to the petition being filed and tell the court why you are a fit parent and able to raise your child. After the first court hearing, I said, prepare another declaration of facts based upon what happened in the petition that you received. And I said, after the first court hearing, prepare a response in opposition to the petition that was filed. Make sure you point out what you oppose specifically. Make sure you point out any misrepresentations or misleading information, and tell the court why you are a fit parent again to raise your child and why your children should not be removed from your household. Sure enough, last Wednesday, May 29th, social worker 𝗘𝐿 filed petition number 49JV18786. And she did exactly as I predicted. She requested the county take away all of Amanda's children based upon fabricated information that she knew was not true, because she had requested a full examination of her son prior to going in court and filing that petition. So she knew there was nothing wrong with Amanda's son, although she was claiming medical neglect. She failed to provide this critical piece of information to the court, St. Cloud Hospital's examination. Instead, she submitted to the court the allegations that something was wrong with Amanda's son. She took the son to the hospital, had him examined, found out there was nothing wrong, but still submitted the allegations and said, I want to take away all 3 of your children. So don't believe me. I will forward you all of the court documents. Just give me your information, I'll send it to you. So what was really happening was, so when she got the court was shocked at how prepared Amanda was. They weren't used to this. So the judge did not remove all 3 of her children. The judge allowed her to keep the 2 while the judge investigated what was going on. To be safe, she said, all right, I'm going to postpone this for a week. Let me look at what's going on here. So Amanda subsequently filed her opposition to the petition, and she pointed out paragraph by paragraph where the social worker fabricated evidence. Now, I am not going to, be the judge. I looked at it, and in my humble opinion, it was all fabricated. So I'm going to send you the filed document that Amanda submitted to the court, along with the declaration of facts, and will have evidence firsthand of what happened to Amanda just last week. Same thing happened to me 4 years ago, and it's happening to all of these parents. So, this is something that we feel needs to be stopped. This is why we are pulling the injunction forward, and we are asking the court for a permanent injunction to stop these activities. I'm going to turn it over to Eric now so that he can speak about the legalities as it relates to the petition we're filing.
Yes, thank you. Again, I'm following in Dwight Mitchell, and it's a tough job. He's a very good speaker, and he's a very good client, but he's a very aggressive client. And I'm sort of shocked at how far he's gotten with this idea that it happened to me. My children were taken away without a proper foundation in law, and I'm going to start an association to do that. And so these people have been attracted by Dwight's leadership and Dwight's cause, and this is a victims group. I mean, it should shock everyone here and everyone watching. This is a victims group. I mean, this is no different than Jeff Anderson's group when Jeff Anderson sued the Catholic Church over child abuse. It's just here we're not representing 600 victims of sexual abuse. We're representing thousands of Minnesota children who have been separated from their parents unjustly. When we started the first time about a couple months ago, I was really focused on Dwight's facts. But as Dwight introduced me to this victims group, my eyes started open to see what a broad systematic problem we have in Minnesota. And so the problem is, first, the commissioner of the Department of Human Services is in charge of everything. The commissioner, of course, advises the legislature on how to reform statutes and so forth. And so when we look at the statutes, we have all these problems. And these problems have been recognized by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Eighth Circuit. And the problem basically is that these statutes have not been drafted in a careful way that when the government takes the child from the parent, that the government has to show a substantial level of harm being prevented. So can you believe that? So I started off with the spanking thing with Dwight. Dwight's child was taken for 22 months. 2 of them were taken for 5 months because of an ordinary spanking. And then all of a sudden we're finding out all these other cases, a lot of them based on neglect. But the central problem and where everything comes together is Minnesota statutes do not require the government to show in court that there's some harm being prevented when the child is taken away from the parent. So what are we left with? We're left with statutes regulating parental conduct. I mean, basically manners. I mean, a lot of these parents here are victims because the social worker said, you're being uncooperative. Well, since when does being uncooperative with a government official mean you lose your kids? And this is all kind of exponentially important because we have single parent families now. So the consequence of having the statutes drafted badly and the commissioner not administering them according to the Constitution, and the courts not keeping an eagle eye out for abuses, is that we're having all these separations that are unnecessary. In Dwight's case, the psychologist said, Dwight, the kids aren't getting counseling because of what you did. They're getting counseling because they're separated from you. And none of one in the government thinks that's ironic. Because, when you think about, we have great sympathy for the victims of sexual abuse in Jeff Anderson's case, but these kids are separated from their parents, in Dwight's case, for 22 months, no contact. That's bad. I mean, they're both horrific. And you can talk to these victims here, and they can talk about the experiences their children have had, the ones that have been returned or have had a chance to visit. So what has changed with the litigation strategy is we actually started with Dwight just saying, I want justice. And then he started the association. The association has succeeded beyond his wildest dreams as a victims association. So I'm not Jeff Anderson, But Dwight Mitchell is acting as Jeff Anderson. Jeff Anderson collected clients, victims of sexual abuse, and he came forward and said, we got to clean this up. Now, it was different in a way because there's a big pot of money at the end. And of course, the establishment, the county attorneys, were on Anderson's side. Dwight doesn't have a big pot of money for all these people. All he can do is get an injunction to fix it. He can stop Child Protection Services from operating under the unconstitutional statutes. It would be a statewide injunction, and that'll help a great deal. The other thing is the county attorneys, they're on the other side on this one, right? So in the Jeff Anderson deal, Ramsey County Attorney Choi sued the Catholic Church. We're not going to have any county attorneys come out on our side. No way. The county attorneys are charging these people for neglect, malicious punishment, whatever. The county attorneys are involved in advising on the civil side. So the county attorneys are part of the establishment in this one. But what we do have is a federal court, and we have U.S. Court of Appeals decisions in the case in Iowa, the _Gsagr case, finding that Iowa's child protection statutes were very similar to the ones in Minnesota, were struck down. So today we're communicating with the judge and lining up to have a summary judgment motion hearing on an injunction. And the big point here is that we're going to be sending our communications to the judge later today, and that Dwight is announcing that he has a victims group. And at our first press conference, we didn't have that. And we're going to continue to meet with the press and continue to have press conferences as we have more victims. Why? Because the media should know when this is happening. This is our government, and the government is taking children away from parents on extraordinarily meager facts. I mean, this case here with the medical neglect, which we'll talk about, it involved simply taking a child out of a hospital against medical advice. Now, is that medical neglect? Well, the statute says you can terminate parental rights permanently because of medical neglect, but it doesn't define what medical neglect is. Medical neglect, to justify separating a child from a parent, you'd have to show that you're preventing some harm to the child. Is it medical neglect to go get a second opinion or a third opinion? Also, the statutes, as we've discussed before, don't have a good definition of neglect generally. One part of the statute says you got to give required care to your child. The next section says you got to give special care to your child if they need it. Well, what's required care? What's special care? These are not carefully drafted to meet the requirement that when the government permanently terminates parental rights, that it's preventing some harm to the child. And all of these people here are victims, and they have to be taken seriously. And it's not that we can just shove them aside. I mean, maybe that was acceptable before all these lawsuits against the Catholic Church, but now it's not. These are victims, just like those other children were victims, and we didn't make sure that we protect children, even if it's protecting children from our government.
Can you pronounce your last name?
𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗚, K-A-A-R-D-A-L.
And could you explain here exactly what you're asking the government, the judge to do, and what you have thus far filed, and in layman's terms as much as possible?
Yes, initially we filed a complaint that was focused on Dwight's claims, and now it's changed. Now the focus is turned on Stop Child Protection Service from Legal Kidnapping and Association, and the association is of victims. And Dwight collected about 50 declarations, 47 declarations on behalf of these victims. And he's submitting them in the case. And like I said, there's no big damages award at the end for everybody. It's not like that, because we're suing the government, and the government has immunities from that kind of a claim, but we're seeking an injunction. So Jeff Anderson would say, well, we're going to stop the Catholic Church from abusing because we'll get big damages. That's exactly correct. He did. He won. Congratulations. In our case, we need to get an injunction to stop the government statewide so everyone's protected. So that's one difference. With respect to the counts, there are 6 facial counts. Counts 1 through 6 are facial claims. And so in the amended complaint that we filed yesterday, the 6 amended claims are all focused on the statutes are facially defective, either void for vagueness, violate the Equal Protection Clause, violate the Due Process Clause either substantively or procedurally, and they don't have a rational basis. And so those 6 counts are being presented in the summary judgment motion. We'll start the process today by writing the judge a letter. And the complaint that we filed yesterday sets that up. So this is the complaint that converted this into basically what might be called a collective action, and not a class action, because that'd be for money. This is a collective action, and we're seeking an injunction for the benefit of everybody. And so specifically, the statutes that we're concerned about are 260C.007, which is the definition of child in need of protection or services. That's a euphemism for we're setting up to take your parental rights away. And in that statute, it's not clear whether a parent can touch a child or not. They include such definitions as fifth-degree assault, which is an unwanted touching, as possibly child abuse. So as most parents know, eventually you're going to touch your child in some way, and sometimes to grab them out of a street in harm's way or whatever. And so we're complaining about that statute, the incorporation of malicious punishment, the medical neglect definition I mentioned, the distinction between care and special care. And then when you add it all up, no one would know how to parent based on this definition of CHIPS. It's very clear that it doesn't give sufficient advice. Then with respect to termination of parental rights, that'd be 260C.301. They even have this doozy. To terminate parental rights, one of the reasons you can permanently terminate parental rights is that the conditions that led to the out-of-home placement haven't been adequately addressed. So think about that you're terminating parental rights, and you can't even be more clear that in order to terminate parental rights, you have to show a connection that you're preventing harm to the child. And that's what the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Eighth Circuit has said. And this is all these statutory provisions are cited here. Then with respect to another example, procedurally, there's no requirement, and this is what they're kind of talking about, there's no requirement for child protection workers to provide exculpatory information in the proceeding. So when we work with prosecutors, the prosecutors are under threat of civil lawsuit if they withhold exculpatory information. Now, child protection workers, they're in this dual role. It's even sneakier because they're in the role of being your friend, we can return your children, and also prosecuting you to terminate your parental rights. They're not required to share with the court or share with the parent exculpatory information about the parent's conduct. And so that's where you have the social worker last week, after we filed the lawsuit, the social worker last week filing a false report and being caught because she didn't disclose the hospital records she had gotten. Similar to Dwight's case. Remember, Dwight's case is based on, I beat my ex-wife's description of my parenting down in 3 proceedings in New Jersey. Dakota County had the marital dissolution order, had the conviction of his ex-wife for trying to kidnap the kids after he had won the marital dissolution matter, and had the police records. And Dakota County did not disclose the New Jersey records, even though they had possession of them, to the Dakota County District Court in the proceedings. And Dwight protested that, but to no avail. And so the point is, they don't provide exculpatory information because they don't have to. Another procedural problem is once your children are taken, you don't have any leverage. Because one of the things is the parents do not get, cannot challenge the inadequacy of reunification efforts until the very end, basically the termination of parental rights hearing.
Can you clarify, have you filed the motion for a summary judgment for a permanent injunction? Have you filed it yet?
We're going to be filing the paper today.
What time are you going to file?
This afternoon, we're going to file the request for filing a summary judgment motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Related to that, are you asking that all county agencies stop all child removals? Is that what you're asking?
We're going to be asking that that they can't operate under the unconstitutional statutes.
All of them, or
just the ones that I've identified. I can go through them on the page if you want.
Okay.
So they can still remove children?
The ones that are problematic are listed on page 95. 260C.07, subdivision 5, subdivision 6.2, 1 through 3, 4, 5, subdivision 13, 260C.301, subdivision 1, B2, 4, and 5, and 626.556, subdivision 2, F and K. And there might be a couple others, but they may be able to operate around those because the other ones aren't problematic. For example, the one I brought up was that I think it's fine for the state to have a CHIPS definition that says you have to provide the required care, but once it says in the next line you have to provide special care, then the parents are left, well, what's the difference between required care and special care? And neither of them really get to the point of what harm are you preventing to the child? There really needs to be, as in the Iowa case, a definition that you can't terminate parental rights unless you're preventing harm to the child. You can't be regulating parental conduct. like the disorderly conduct statute, we all think of it as, well, yeah, someone's disorderly, but you can't regulate manners. So here we got into this business of regulating parental conduct, not protecting children. And that's the complaint of these parents. And to some extent, I think I'm a distraction because even my work has been overwhelmed by the stories of the victims. I'm just being honest, right? That we were set, and then more victims came in, more victims. And that's, I mean, so I'm trying to collect these stories. And so we have 50 declarations, but the declarations, we need to go back and get more detail and build the case up more. We're going to go ahead with the facial challenges because we don't need declarations for that. And we're going.
Just for clarification, just so we understand it, that you just listed what you consider the unconstitutional practices. Those are the things you want fixed, right? But the permanent injunction is against Dakota County to stop all CPS.
Well, against the state
commissioner. It is against the entire state.
Yeah, because under the statutes, the commissioner implements the child protection programs, monitors them, supervises them.
Okay.
So we can require.
And what happens to what you already filed previously? Is that still in place?
This is just a replacement, right?
Yeah. It's a replacement, so
yeah, it's a replacement.
The other thing does go away, or it doesn't go away?
No, it's the same case number.
We just added. I guess what she's asking is, no, the goal is we had the injunction in the original lawsuit. What we did is we're asking the judge now to bring the injunction forward based upon the unconstitutional practices. So when he says a replacement, it's called an amended complaint. And all we did is just amended the complaint to include the group, the declaration. Because, we got the 46 declarations, so we're adding that to the case. And we're saying, Your Honor, we want you to hear this injunction part now, not at the end, because based upon state statutes, we can present this facial claim now. And so if the injunction is granted, as it's been asked, they are not allowed to act under these statutes. So in effect, it's going to terminate the services they're doing, especially since we're going after their complete definition of CHIPS. And so if that definition for taking the children is not correct or unconstitutional or vague, well, you can't take children. Now, are they going to still be emergency situations? Of course, they're going to take children out of emergency situations. I'm sure the legislature is going to have some emergency hearing and try and fix this as quickly as possible because they don't want to leave children in danger. So, but we're essentially saying, we're asking the federal court to stop this.
And is this something that would happen immediately if will the judge consider this immediately now?
That's what we're asking to do. So that
I can address that.
Sure.
What we're doing is we're asking the judge to do the summary judgment motion first. And so we're sending a letter to the judge saying we want that to be the first thing in the case. And so we hope that happens in a month or two. Oh. And then the judge will decide. We could have brought a temporary injunction motion or a temporary restraining order, but that's really not what's happening. What's happening here is my office and Dwight's organization have been overwhelmed by the number of victims coming forward, and we're collecting the information. And we wanted to inform the press. Even Amanda's case last week has created challenges for us because we want to incorporate her facts. So we're catching up, but the judge has said that we'll send a letter, request the process for doing the summary judgment motion immediately. Then we'll file the supporting declarations and affidavits, and we think we'll win. But the reason we're going to win is not because what I'm doing. It's because the victims have come forward and they're actually organizing. And why I wanted to compare this to the Jeff Anderson case is that I think to some extent when Jeff got started in that, I've met him, that he was kind of overwhelmed by these people coming in. And that's what happened. And so Dwight's organization has taken a big step forward in that it's become an organization of dozens and dozens of victims and is going to facilitate the storytelling from these victims. And I think you'll be astonished at the fact, just the meager facts that the child protection operates on and how they operate in court and how they take children away on things that really don't justify having children taken. So I want to turn to the victims as soon as we can. But Dwight,
Can we hear from one of the victims? Or?
Sure, Amanda, would you like to speak quickly? Amanda has to go to court, so she can't spend all day. She has to go to court this afternoon, so I'll just let her talk briefly. If you want to ask her a question.
Can you just explain your situation, how kind of it began, how you ended up in court?
Well, less than 2 weeks ago, I took my son into the hospital, Children's Hospital, for a cough and cold symptoms. As a precaution, we stayed overnight for observation. The next morning, I had waited long periods of time for the doctor to come up and basically say that he was fine to go and he was fine to be discharged. They had already done the discharge physical, which is in the paperwork, and I was, after waiting, I had asked to leave because I wanted to put my kids to bed, and I had my 3-year-old with me, and I asked if there was anything else that needed to be done. They said no, that there was no other testings or anything that needed to be done. And so, but they said the only way that I could leave is if I signed a form. And so I signed that form, and then I left. To keep a long story short, I left, and a couple days later, the police showed up at my door saying that they had exigent circumstances to remove my son from my care. And an officer stated that I had withheld life-saving medications from my son, which is not true. And my declaration of facts has all the medical records to back that up and prove that. And so they said they were taking me to the hospital because he was in such an emergency situation. Instead, they took me to a clinic with a primary care provider that I had was trying to switch to another primary care provider. She checked him out. All his vitals were stable. They already had a foster parent in the room to remove my son before they ever proved that there was actually an emergency situation. And so even after I proved them wrong, they still took my son. And so, now I had my first hearing. They requested all 3 of my children. They did not get all 3 of my children. And I think, as Dwight had stated, that I think as a precaution, the judge kept my son 𝗟𝗡𝗡 in care, and my oldest 2 children stayed in my care. And so, I didn't get to present all my facts in court to prove that I should have my son returned to me and to prove that the 72-hour emergency hold on my son was not needed. And so I have court this afternoon, and I'm hopeful that I will get my son back today. I have indisputable facts and evidence. I have the declaration of facts, the opposition to the petition. I have all my facts lined up. And so, yeah, I guess I hope to get him back today.
Was there ever anything wrong with your son?
No, there was nothing wrong with my son. There was, from what an officer said to what the social worker said, there's a bunch of fabricated evidence saying that my son had stopped breathing or that my son had had trouble. The social worker, Katie, she had stated that my son had had trouble breathing for 3 days, and that's why I brought him into the hospital. When on the medical documents, it states the chief concern upon arrival to the ER was coughing.
But this is something indicative to the system. It happened to me 4 years ago, and the reason I had Amanda speak because I wanted everyone to see that it's still happening today, and it's happened to most of us. A lot of people they don't believe. They were like, oh, it couldn't have happened. I'm like, look at my complaint. There's 85 pages of documents. Look at her court case. I just gave you the court number. All of her documents have been submitted to the court. You can read it firsthand. I will send it to you. You will see what the social workers are doing. And it's happening disproportionately to minorities and Native Americans even more. So it's happening to everyone. It's happening to all ethnic groups.
How old is your son?
My son he was 10 months when he's taken. He's 11 months now.
And he's been gone for a week?
And he's been gone for over a week.
Do you know where he is?
I don't know where he is. I somewhat met the foster mom, but I try to get updates on my son. I did get one visit with my son. They denied me maybe 3 times my court-ordered visits with my son. They denied me, and then when I went in there and I told them that if they kept denying me, I was going to bring it to court, they suddenly immediately, a couple hours later, gave me a visit with my son.
Why do you think that?
Does this not sound familiar to anybody else? Like, does this literally not sound familiar? It can't be a coincidence. It can't be a coincidence that Ada came here and shared all this information with us and told us everything. And these people that are in a totally different state are going through the exact same thing. And all of these people back here, except for the lawyer, have been affected. Does this not sound familiar? But yet, people want to go through people's court documents. People want to go through people's arrest records. People want to go through all this stuff. Yes, we've already understand that people will be arrested and charged for things that are fabricated. These people are sitting here right now telling you it's fabricated. They just said her son didn't breathe for 3 days. If he didn't breathe for 3 days, he wouldn't be alive. There's no way you cannot breathe for 3 days and still be alive. Now, the only positive in this is that her son is 10 months, 11 months old. So he might not ever remember this if she gets him back. That is the positive in it. But this is what we're looking at. This is what we're looking at. But we want to sit here and we want to point fingers at people and accuse them of this and accuse them of that and all these other things. Meanwhile, you have people sitting right here telling you this is not what happened. This is what they did. I have all the documents. I took my son to the hospital. I signed a paper. And this is why you don't sign any papers. Don't sign any papers if you don't read them. And don't sign it and ask questions until you understand. But this is what is going on. But yet people stand and they want to lord judgment over someone and don't even know what's going on. It's ridiculous. It is disgusting. And instead of digging into the CPS system like this man did, he's already done with his battle, but he decided he wanted to help other people. Why don't we use our talents to dig into the system and find out if this system really is messed up instead of trying to drag somebody for what you think that they're doing off of something that, they're telling you is a fabricated charges and fabricated stories. I am so glad that they are doing this. I'm so glad that they are suing CPS, and that they're asking the federal government to get involved. I have written down this man's name and his lawyer's name. I will look them up and look up his organization. And I want to see if he has something in Pennsylvania. I want to see if they have connections in other states. I think, Star is in Jersey. We need people all over. We need to know, where are your other people that work with you? Those are the people we need to be in contact with, guys. I can't do this by myself. I cannot do this by myself. You guys already know the type of time that I am on. But we have their names. We have the name of their organization. Hopefully we can find Dwight Mitchell in Minnesota and have the name of his organization, find the lawyer in Minnesota, and we can ask them, do you have connections with other states or people that are doing this type of work? We need to find these people. We need to find them. Because we have too many people right here that need this same type of help and support.
They're doing this. I think this is what blows my mind. Is what's the reasoning behind it? Are you saying it's the financial benefit of taking the kids, or what reason?
From my forensics, and so, it's kind of interesting. What my job is, I'm a management consultant, so my job is to actually go into organizations and actually, determine what's wrong and make them more efficient. So my job includes forensics. So I go into my company like Mobil, Shell, Exxon, and I'll go in and I'll look at everything. So I just applied my job skills, what I do for a living every day. And while I can't state it for a fact, the evidence sure looks like it's monetary to me. When I look at how they receive their federal funding, when I look at the fact that the state keeps 25%, so the counties will bill, and then the state, the federal government will pay the state, and the state says, I'm taking a 25% VIG off the top, and I'm giving you the money back, county, for the rest, for the services you bill back. What else can it be? To say that's exactly the reason, I'd have to have someone admit that. I'd have to have a social worker come forward. I do have documentation from the Assistant Director Koppel, where he actually tells his social workers to bill the federal government. And he actually says, we'll get more money, more funding, more positions. I can forward that to you. I just have, everything is kind of interesting. Because Minnesota is a public access state, I have downloaded over 1,000 files in doing my forensics. I've downloaded all the accounting information. I even have the minutes from their last 2 accounting sessions where they talk about the money, the budget, how they're doing, the comparisons. So if anyone is really interested, I'm sat here and I'm categorizing it. So I'm doing a chronology, and I'm saying from the time the child is taken in, here's how the process works, and here's how the money comes through. So as I spoke earlier, as it relates to the Title IV-E, they can't even start collecting the money until the child is taken out of the home, put into foster care. Then they can start billing a minimum of 1 social worker a month and 1 supervisor a month per child the minute they get that removal. So the very first day that child hits foster care, they can start billing. So they have a 72-hour hold. And in Amanda's case, they should have given the child back, especially when the supervisor did all of her investigation and got the report that she requested from the hospital that said, hospital's fine. No, he's not supposed to be on an apnea monitor. No, he's not supposed to be taking any medication. No, she's been following up.
Well, who alerted CPS?
Her primary doctor. Meaning what ended up happening is that the hospital called the primary doctor, wanting to know, was everything okay with the son? That Amanda had left. And so the primary doctor, because she's a mandatory reporter, she had to call CPS. Now, she called CPS because Amanda signed an AMA. But an AMA is not grounds. An AMA is against medical advice. But that's not grounds for removal. There has to be serious danger.
You left before they wanted you to leave because you didn't sign papers, or what? Is that what happened?
I left because I was waiting on a doctor for hours and hours, and I was told my son was fine and ready to be discharged. I just needed a doctor to come up there and say it. And so I was made to believe that everything was fine, and I double-checked to see if anything else needed to be done. Nothing else needed to be done, so I thought I was okay to go by signing this form.
Forgive me for asking, have there ever been any CPS issues in the past that they would, maybe be more focused on you for any reason?
I did with actually the social worker I'm dealing with now, Katie. She was actually the one who showed up at my door when a friend that I had a disagreement with decided to retaliate against me and call CPS and make allegations. But I did not let this social worker, Katie, into my house. I told her she wasn't coming into my house without a warrant. It was false allegations that my children were safe, and that's all she needed to know. If she had any further questions, I would have to obtain a lawyer in order to answer those. And so she tried to, I got a letter in the mail saying that she was going to talk to the county attorney and see what she could do because I hadn't met with her.
And the county attorney closed the case.
Yeah, the county attorney closed
So there was nothing there.
So really, no, I have no past involvement, but clearly I've dealt with this social worker 2 times and she's retaliating against me, and that's why I believe, in my opinion, that this is going on the way it is.
One of the things that people aren't aware of, and I wasn't even aware of it until I started looking into this, is that from a federal funding perspective, you asked me the question before, why? For Native Americans, the federal government allows social service to bill back 100% of all costs associated with a Native American. So that means social workers, judges, clerks, anything related to the system. For African Americans, it's 50%. So 50% right off the top comes back. So when you look at the disparate treatment, and you say, well, why are there so many Native Americans, which are the highest, and African Americans, where you're like, well, right off the bat, if you can charge the federal government for the social worker, the supervisor, the judge, the clerk, and it's all in the Title IV, just read it. When I looked at it, I was like, no wonder. And like, now I know why they're taking all of these people. One, most of them are poor and can't fight back. And 2, the government funding is so obvious when you can bill the federal government 100% of all costs for a Native American and 50% of all costs for an African American, right off the top. With the other races, you can still bill. It's not that you can't still bill, but you just have to do a little bit more due diligence in order to get the federal funding.
It seems like you're saying this is systematic.
It is systematic. It's happening 23 counties. So we have declarations. Out of the 250 members, I wanted to show that it was happening universally across the state. So I went through, and so I have declarations from 23 different counties, as far north as Little Falls, down to Rochester, north, south, east, and west, just to show the federal court that we do have a systemic problem. And so out of our 1,200 members, I said I need one from each county who's having the same issue, just to show the court that we have a serious problem. Are there any more questions?
Good. Amanda, if I may ask a question, what do you want out of this situation? What do you want to do?
Well, my top priority is to get my son back, but coming to find Dwight's association or organization, I realize it's a much bigger problem. And I will get my son back, but it doesn't stop there. I feel like I need to do more, and I need to share my story. And if I have to share it 100 times, 1,000 times, I will.
Please feel free to talk to any of the victims here. Everyone here is a victim. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask us. If you want the information that from Amanda's case, just let me have your email address and I'll send it to you right away. I have my computer with me.
All right. Well, I pray that Amanda got her children back. I am definitely going to be looking.
My name is Dwight Mitchell.
For Mr.
That's
Dwight. I
spelled
think Mary said.
DWIGHT.
What happened?
MIT.
Mary said that Dwight is in the New Jersey area. I hope he is, because that is close to where we need him to be. We need him in Pennsylvania. We need some information, and hopefully he will have some information. Pennsylvania and New Jersey are neighbors. So if he's over in the New Jersey area, let's see what, we can find out from him. I know, Stars in New Jersey, she has some things that she's trying to do, and maybe, she can get in touch with them on the New Jersey side. Sam, I am so sorry to hear about what happened with you and your son. That is terrible. The things with kids, they don't understand, right? Like, they don't understand, when, something is going on, the magnitude of not being truthful and honest about something. They don't understand what the consequences are. And I can only imagine, the guilt that, you know, a child will have once they, you know, become older and realize that, you know, they did something they weren't too proud of or whatever the case. And, you know, I'm just very sorry to hear that, Sammy Sam, about your son. And, you know, you have our prayers and our support. And, you know, that's the thing is, like, you know, and that's why they're children, because they don't understand. And it's such a dangerous time for our youth right now, because they have so much access to so many things on so many levels, but they don't really understand what, you know, the consequences of their actions are. And there are very real consequences, you know, for your actions. And sometimes you can't just go back. You can't restart the game. You can't just, you know, turn it off and turn it on again, and then it just goes back to, you know, and they don't understand that. They don't understand that, you know, and it can be a very, very dangerous time for our youth and our kids, you know, and, you know, we do the best with what we have. We do our best with what we have. That's all we can do, you know. But yeah, I definitely want to figure out more about this guy. I definitely want to get in touch with him, in touch with his organization. They look like they understand what their goal is, what they're doing, and I definitely would love to get connected with them, because we have so many right here in the family that, you know, could benefit from getting this information, because something needs to change. Something needs to change. You know, the goal should always be to bring the families back together and have a healthy family. That should be the goal. Now, just like they said, there are some that, you know, are in imminent danger and need to be removed. But if only 30% out of the 100% are in that type of danger, that's a more doable number than 70%. Right? How much more can we do for that 30% that really needs it, if we can, you know, figure out a way how we can help this 70% to be able to, you know, have healthy families and be reintegrated with their family, like, you know, whatever that means, whether that's, you know, counseling, or whether that's, you know, having, you know, enough food in your house, or, you know, having medical assistance, or having a cleaning person come because, you know, you're a single parent, you don't have time to clean, and you're always, you know, running, whatever it is, childcare, whatever it is, you know, a lot of these services are lacking. You know, they don't have access to all these services, you know, and then it's something like this where you get assistance, but if you get a job, and as soon as you get a job, they want to kick you off assistance, but the job isn't even enough to cover what the assistance is paying for. So it's like, now you can't work, right? Because if I could get a job at McDonald's and pay my rent and pay all my bills, then I wouldn't have a problem working at McDonald's. But if I get a job at McDonald's and now you're telling me it's too much money, you're going to kick me off of assistance, this McDonald's job is not going to pay for anything. So now I can't work because I'm, you know, I'll get kicked off of assistance, and the job that I have is not going to cover the assistance. Like, this is a whole, it's not as black and white as people want it to be. It's not. You know, this system is not made to help as much as we think it should. And the thing is, it can be fixed. Anything is possible. It can be fixed. We just have to be willing to do the work to fix it and really be honest. And once we take these dollar signs out and start caring about what's going on with these families and these children, then we can focus. As long as the dollar signs are still around, that's what people are going to focus on, how many dollars we can get off of something. And with that, we're never going to get to solve the problem, ever. So, you know, that's how I feel about that, guys. Yes, you know, yes, Cassandra, people get second chances, third, you know, you don't get a manuscript on how to be a parent. And even if you read a book, what do those people know? There's no foolproof way for parenting, because you don't know what type of kid you're going to get. You don't know what kind of DNA your kid's going to have. You don't know how they're going to respond to certain things. There is no book in the world that can make you a perfect parent. So, you know, everyone has to learn whatever way they learn. And then, you know, people have their own past that they have to deal with, right? So, you know, We want families to be healthy. We want healthy families. And we want, people to be able to have a chance to create their families and make their families into healthy families if they're not. And we for sure don't want people to have to deal with being lied on and made to be villains when they're not, when they're just, poor families. If you're guilty of anything, you're guilty of being a poor family. Is that what it is? So because you're a poor family, you're not able to have your children because you maybe not be able to afford the video games that other parents can afford for their kids, or whatever the case, or the new sneakers or whatever, or you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to do better. We got to do better. I'm really hoping that we can find this person, find their organization, connect with them, get some information. Guys, I said I would love to have a lot of information for when Ada gets better so that we can help to be able to, get moving, because we're a little bit behind now. We thought we were moving really good or really well, and we had a misstep, and but there's still much work to be done. We're not done yet, and so we just got to be focused. And those of us who care about Ada, love Ada, and all the rest of the family who are going through this, because it's not just Ada that's going through this. There's a lot of people in here that are going through this. We want to be able to help to be able to bring some type of semblance of healthy relationships to your family, and get this information, and make sure that these people are doing and saying the right things. Why are you sitting up here lying about these children and these families to break these families apart, and then don't care about what happens to these children after? No. So I'm going to do my part, guys. I hope you do yours. Let's work together. Let's, get as much information as we can so that we can help each other to be able to, move forward in this, and keep these kids safe, and bring them back to healthy families, help these parents to be, the best parents they possibly can in whatever way. Like, let's do it. That's what we're here for. We're not here for all that other stuff. At the end of the day, that's the end goal. The end goal is to help these children, find the ones that are missing, keep these kids safe, have healthy families, so these children have healthy starts. Like, this is their first start. This is their baseline. If your baseline is messed up, what is everything else going to be? Just makes it that much more difficult to, get out in the world and function if your baseline is messed up. So let's do it, guys. Let's try our best to help as much as we can with whatever information we can find. I think this was a great video for us to watch. I thank you, whoever sent it to me. I don't know, guys, I get a playlist. I get so many videos, but I think this was the perfect time for it to be played. I mean, you see how God just works, because I tell you, I just give to here a list of all the videos. I don't know what they are. I just put them on the list and he just gets them. But this is exactly when we needed it. We needed it now. And so, I'm very grateful and thankful for that, guys. Very grateful and thankful for you guys coming to spend some time with me. As always, I love being, able to spend some time with you. And those of you who do not know, my escapades during the day are going to be on the Patreon. If you are a member of my Patreon, you will have access to all those videos, because they do not stay on YouTube. They just go live on YouTube, and then I move them to Patreon. So, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are across the world, guys. Love you guys so much. And I love this community. I love this family and how we love and support each other. And I hope you guys have a great one wherever you are across the world. I will see you guys back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Talk to you guys later. Bye.